are being broadcast on the internet.
I am seeing Auriel.
Maybe not
no,
our beautiful faces, but at least the ones we have.
Yeah, I was going to say beautiful faces is a stretch. It's a stretch. Maybe for you, Dre and Romeo, but me, I'm not on the beautiful face front.
Yep.
I second that.
Sounds good.
Is the audio okay from the guys? Is it not repeated like last time? It sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds
Okay,
good tomorrow.
perfect.
I'll check YouTube
Ooh.
just so you can be sure.
Let's get cracking. So,
hang
welcome
on,
everybody.
I need to hotspot my phone.
We have some new followers, actually, thanks to our wonderful Min and his crazy TikTok antics. So welcome to those of you that are joining us for the first time. This is We Kill Monsters, the weekly D&D game where some of my favorite people in the world get to play D&D with me, and we have a lot of fun, and hopefully you do too. We're playing the latest adventure from Wizards of the Coast, Rime, the Frostmaiden, which is set in an icy world north of the Sword Coast in the world of Faerun. And the guys have been trapped in sort of in this area and trying to figure out what's going on with a winter that never ends. And this unseen enemy stalking into the night invisibly, these evil dwarves called Duergar. Big thank you and shout out to Sirenscape, which provides the ambient noise. You can hear the sort of wind whistling and the footsteps in the snow. And to Travis Savoy, who provided the music, which I've uploaded to Sirenscape, which hopefully you guys will get to hear. So, last we left our adventurers, the group called Tier 4. They had defeated the warlord, Duergar warlord, Zardarok Sunblight, and realized that they had no practical way to stop the dragon that he'd released onto the towns that come to know and maybe even love. And so they were racing back on their dog sleds through the mountains, through the forests, to try and beat the dragon before it destroyed too much of 10 towns. So, before we start, I'm going to retcon a little bit. You guys had already started to run towards the towns, but I'm going to let you kind of discuss strategy in terms of how you're going to try and organize sleep, who is on which sled, and those types of things to try and maximize the chance that you might be able to rest before you get to 10 towns.
Two things. Oreo goes. Well, I seem to have found some new abilities in my pod, and I believe that I have acquired some skills to track and survive in this Arctic harshness. So I might be able to, if I take one of the sleds and lead the way, perhaps I could help guide through towards our target area and lessen the impact of the journey.
Fantastic.
I'm tapped out, so I need sleep.
And I said, I think I'm very happy to take a level of exhaustion to get us through the night.
Akeem definitely needs sleep, but much as I'd love some rest as well, as long as I'm conscious, everyone around me is better at resisting, well, everything.
But I believe, Caliban, you need some sleep too.
Yes. I say while we're journeying, you sleep.
Yes, but if it means we all fail that sleep.
So just to give you, you have about 13 hours to get to 10 towns at full speed. So that gives you basically 2 chances to sleep, because you need 6 hours of sleep to complete a long rest. So you could try it in shifts if you wanted to try and maximize the chance, or have 2 chances each.
Well, I think we'll try the first one. So see if we can get Akeem and Caliban to sleep. And if it doesn't work the first time, we give them the second sleep.
Yep.
And then
Okay. I would actually say give Akeem and Nora the first sleep. As long as I'm conscious, they'll gain a bonus that saving throw that is not small, +4. Because we can almost guarantee they'll get the long rest. And then we can try Caliban by myself. Like, if I'm going to fail, I'd rather fail by myself as opposed to bringing everyone down with me, because I was trying to sleep at the same time as anybody else.
Good plan.
All right.
Good.
All right.
So,
The next
we
decision
have...
is where we're going, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The first town on the map, DM, how big was it? Do I know? Like, we've been there.
Dugan's Hall. It has about 100 people, I think it is. Let me double check for you. Dugan's Hole. Sorry, one second.
Also struggling to find myself on hotspot, so I'm gonna keep trying to do that. But
I'm not sure we've been to Dugan's Hole.
We have not.
Nope,
No.
you have not. It has
I don't
50
believe so.
people. You would know, you would know that it has about 50 people, about 12 soldiers. The rest are residents there.
And the dragon is probably almost there, already there, right?
Dragon would definitely be there.
Yeah.
So we skipped that one.
But my issue is this.
could it really cover 13 hours worth of travel in 1 hour? How long were we in that fortress for?
2 hours, but it flies. It has no impact on the terrain.
Do we want to try and get ahead of it?
Yes.
I'm thinking that we head straight for East Haven.
If we head straight for
I
East
think so.
Haven, that means good meat bites the dust as well.
Unfortunately, we need to kill the dragon. And if we're chasing the dragon, that's not going to be good.
Either way, we're going to lose something. So I think our best chances is being ahead of it and trying to minimize as much damage as possible.
You'd be comfortable leaving good meat to its fate, Hakeem.
If it means protecting even more of the towns, then I think that's a choice we have to make.
So be it.
Then
Okay.
to East Haven, and we can rebuild Goodmead. We can go back and help Akeem rebuild Goodmead, but I think we need to stop the dragon and get ahead of it. And
I have
that's
a
our-
question. Where the fuck are those corresponding messages? I'm gonna slap Salazar silly next time I see him. I don't think he's reached out one time. Dick.
I think slapping him silly might be an opportunity that we could facilitate.
I can save a fireball or two for him.
How many times did we need to give warnings without being... You know what? I'm not going to get into this now because I'll just start
That's more of a
ranting and we need to
DM's
save
fault.
time.
I kept forgetting. You guys needed to
What?
remind me to send you those messages.
To ask a serious question, what time does he normally call us, and what time of day is it now? Is there any chance that we'll get a call now that we can tell him what's going on?
Well, it was usually in the evening before sleep that he would have sent you messages, but those were more to keep you abreast of the sort of negotiations between 10 towns and warning everybody. So he doesn't necessarily have anything new to report. Maybe he'll message you later. I think.
Well, we get a
you
reply,
guys-
right?
He might message you on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of afternoon now after you guys defeated the Durgar, and you're racing back. So it'll take you through the night, coming back and into the early morning. So you might get a message in the evening.
Right.
Let's go.
To sled.
It'll probably wake us all up.
So
Let's go.
Caliban, Akeem, and Nora bundle up on the sled led by Oreo. Yes, and Durbin
I'm
follows
on
in the other sled.
Trailblazer.
But you have to be
Staying away
within 10 feet for your...
We can...
Okay.
10 feet is not a small distance. We stay close
Sure.
together.
Okay.
Can you
Just
ride
if
on the
it-
sled with them and just let Trailblazer run while you sleep? It'd surely be easier to sleep on a sled than
I'm
on a...
heavy. Like, I'm just saying, I'm heavy.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know if it's gonna slow us down if I'm...
Well, there's no need to say you were heavy, Caliban. I mean, we're not prejudiced here.
If you think it would be easier, then I will bundle up on... Actually, can we lash Trailblazer to the sled with the dogs so he can help?
I mean, you can try, but he's never done that before. You'd have to hope that he doesn't freak out or find it
I
weird.
can telepathically command him. He's a fake creature in the form of a beast. He's not an actual beast.
How about he helps us keep guard? That would
Yeah.
be more important.
All right.
Fine. I will stay awake though, so they gain the benefit of my aura of protection.
Very well. And you
Alright.
set off. Sounds a bit too loud to me. Let me turn it down slightly. Hopefully our new listeners can hear the duck sleds. Okay. And you race off, bundled up in the cold. It's minus 30 degrees, biting cold, but you're all bundled up on the sled, racing back to 10 towns. Oreo, with your newfound sort of navigating skills, you're finding the path down the mountain that is almost too dangerous to go down, but it allows you to keep perfect pace as though there's no difficult terrain over ice sheets and just barely past rocky outcroppings. Very dangerous, but you're able to kind of zip and navigate past. I need you to roll a survival check to see how steady you can keep the sled for the guys to sleep.
Do each of us need to roll since I'm... Oh, no, because they're on his sled.
Yes! 21!
21!
21!
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. So, Akeem and Nora will now roll a Constitution saving throw to see how well they sleep through the night and whether it actually rests them.
You
Okay?
gain
So
+4 to that.
add +4. You already have a bonus, Akeem, but you can add +4 afterwards because Caliban's boosting you with his new power. Let's see what Nora does.
All right. Come to Papa. 19.
Oh!
Okay. How much is your boost? Sorry, +4.
Yeah, +4, 19.
Oh, no, I mean Caliban is +4, right?
+4.
Okay.
It's equal to
Nora
my
and
charisma
Akeem.
modifier.
Nora and Akeem will be able to actually have a long rest.
Yes.
I'm picturing Akeem with like the little like flaps, like in an airplane with the little cushion.
I have those. Right, take a long rest.
All right.
So, exhausted from the fight, you think, I'm never going to fall asleep, but you actually just kind of drift off. And the rocking of the movement of the sled somehow is actually almost like a rocking chair and reminds you of a time when you were young and you just kind of fall asleep and quite beautifully rested.
And Oreo's singing a lullaby as well. Go to sleep, Akeem. Sleep, sleep, Akeem.
As you're racing through down the mountain, you come to sort of where the mountain sort of meets the tundra. And in front of you, Oreo, you see the forest that's between you and East Haven. And with your newfound skill, you gather that if you went at a breakneck speed through the forest, you might save about an hour because the snow will be loosely packed, so you'll be able to travel at double the speed. Or you can go around the forest. It's your choice.
Through the forest. I like forests.
We've had one long rest.
Yes. Oh,
Right,
you
so-
haven't, but they have.
Okay,
Well,
so
I guess now
I'll
I
ask
can
that we take like a
yeah.
pee break or something, like 10 minutes, at which point we'll swap sleds and stuff. What I'll do is I'll go to Nora and say, ever ridden an axe peak before?
So, no, but I was going to suggest that I can use some minor magic to warm you up and help you sleep.
Someone should ride on trail like Akeem. He'll follow my command. I
I
can
can do
preset
this.
commands. All you need to do is hang on.
Let's do this.
I will telepathically command Trailblazer to just follow us and keep Akeem on his back.
Okay.
I'm like,
Bill, you get... sorry, Durbik, you get some sleep. I can take the level of exhaustion.
Who's going to drive that sled?
Nora?
Caliban or Nora?
Okay, so
no,
I'm on
Nora.
axe speak, so it'll have to be Nora.
I think I should keep driving the sled so we don't have
Okay.
a mishap and slow us down.
Cool. All right.
okay.
I would
Now,
appreciate
before-
that, Nora.
You have your little break and you swap her around, and then you set off. But before you have a chance to fall asleep, Oreo, with your passive perception, in the distance, as sort of as you start to go weave through the trees in the forest, expertly navigating and finding a path, you see a faint glow about 100 feet ahead, a bluish sort of light, faintly in the distance.
Do I recognize that light? Have I
I
seen
hand him my spyglass.
you're asleep?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm asleep. Never mind.
Roll perception check.
Whilst you sort of have a good look, you get a bit closer, so you'll be about 70 feet.
24.
You sort of squint you have the spyglass as well?
Yes, I've nicked it from
Okay, cool.
Caliban.
With the spyglass and that roll, you're able to make out 4 reindeers with glowing sort of antlers, large like stags. And the antlers are glowing with that sort of otherworldly light, a bluish, whitish light.
Can we
And
avoid?
they sort of lift up their heads and turn around and look in your direction.
Can we
Have I ever
avoid
heard of
them?
anything like this, Stray?
Sorry, Durbik, roll a nature check. Oreo, what did you say?
Can we avoid them?
You can certainly try. Akim, you also had a
22.
question?
I was gonna do the same as Durbik. 8.
22.
Okay, so Durbik, you would definitely know that this is not a common occurrence, but that sometimes people have reported stories of seeing animals like these, sort of glowing in strange ways and doing strange things that don't seem to match up with the nature of the animal in question.
Are they
And some
harmful
people
or
say-
helpful or just erratic?
Depends. Some stories have been of being rescued by such animals. Other stories have been about being attacked by such animals.
I think this is a good omen. Let's press
I
ahead.
think so.
I will teach it as a good omen. Very well, Durbik. Onwards!
Oh.
All right.
Onwards! I'm trying to remember the names of the dogs now. Go back to my notes.
I think there were chef names,
Fondant or
weren't they?
omelette? Oh wait, wrong ones.
Onwards, Licorice and Toffee. Onwards, Ferrari and Oliver. Onwards! Onwards! The Gayor and Rue and Ramsey and Wick. Onwards, Toffee and Hazelnut and Caramel and Nougat and Cannoli. Onwards!
An ice stroke trailblazer. Going,
Excellent.
good boy. Good boy?
Good thing.
You race past these 4 stags who all follow you with their eyes. And as you run past, Durbik, roll a perception check because you would have been the last one on the sled behind Oreo's.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Yes.
Okay. You see a strange owl land on the antler of one of these stags for a split second, and all 4 start off and seem to race in the same direction as you. You're about 100 feet apart now, and they seem to be running behind you. You are now in a chase.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
So, roll for initiative, Durbik
Oh,
and
mother-
Oreo. And Akim is on the X-Beak. You
Yeah,
also have to roll
yeah.
separately.
Fuck. I mean, poop. 5.
15.
Okay, so 15 for Durbik. Oreo?
Not good. 13.
Okay. And so Caliban will be on Oreo's sled, right? And Akim?
5. Measly 5.
And Nora is also on... Nora will be with Durbik, actually. Oh, no, wait, she was warming up.
Listen,
Yeah, she was warming
yeah.
Caliban.
Yeah.
I know we're moving fast. These are elk and an owl, so they're not going to be radiating emotion. But with that 21 perception check, can I tell if they're chasing us to attack us, or if they're chasing us to give us a message, or chasing us because they're joining us?
You can tell that the owl had something to do with it. Your ability to speak to animals, you could tell that owl somehow communicated something to the reindeer and set them off in your direction.
Do I recognize that owl?
Roll a history check.
Yes. Ooh, indeed.
History check. Nice. 12.
12. No, you haven't seen it before.
Fuck.
Can
All right.
I the history check?
Yes, you've been in 10 towns a while.
Maybe not so good. 16.
Sorry, no. Just now. All right.
So,
Who's,
so you,
one thing that we've
you-
been misplaying is Durbik Speak with Animals looks like it's a ritual, not an instant thing, so it takes 10 minutes. Do I
okay.
think it's going to take them 10 minutes to catch up with us?
Well, let me see.
I'm just going to start.
It's 100 feet distance, and they
I'm
move
gonna
10 feet
cast it.
faster than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
prepared
it
to-
should take them about 10 rounds to catch up to you, unless something else happens.
Okay.
Okay. But you're weaving and racing through the forest, like missing trees, like jumping over frozen streams. And Durbik, it is your turn. Do you do anything?
No.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me to see what complication gets to the person that goes after you.
Man, I can't think of anything to do except mush the dogs.
Okay. You can dash as well. You guys get 3 dashes, I think it is, before you start suffering from exhaustion, which means you can double your speed for 1 turn.
Then I would definitely dash. Yeah. But the
Okay.
D20 I rolled a 1, so hopefully it's you roll low and
1.
good things happen.
Okay. So you squeeze past a rough patch of brush, and the reindeer kind of are coming from a slightly different direction, so they have to leap over it. So they're going to try and leap over it, see if they can make it. It's athletics plus 3. Okay. Yeah, you just see them kind of like leaping over the brush. Okay, it is the owl's turn. It's gonna keep following, but fly slightly higher, and try to kind of be in the middle, be like having a look, so it can see above the brush, both you and the reindeer at the same time. I'm gonna roll a d20. 20. Okay, so nothing happens to Caliban, Nora, and Oreo.
I just kind of jostle slightly. I'm like, oh.
Just a bit of bumpiness. Oreo, it is your turn.
I'm fucking exhausted. I'm not expecting to wake up.
I take some. I take some fodder, or some fodder from the. Oh no! Hang on a second. I purposely whack the and bring up some spray. So there's a big spray field, so it obscures the vision behind us. So I sort of hit a snowbank and burst some snow behind us, so they're obscured. So they sort of have an obscured vision behind them. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah?
Yeah. Just make it harder for them. Okay, cool. Okay, so that slows them down a little bit. Cool. Okay, it is Akeem's turn. You're on the axe beak. You can go faster than these guys. So actually, unless you make mistakes, the reindeer will never catch up to you. But they might catch up to your friends because the dog sleds are a little bit slower.
Okay. I can cast dancing lights behind us, right?
Yes.
Because I'm just thinking to make it a little bit harder for them to be able to see us.
Okay.
Am I able to concentrate dancing lights so that they're focused?
Yes, you can make them into one globule, so it's much brighter.
That's what I'd like to do, but I'd like to cast it so that it's between us, the sled, and the reindeer.
Okay, and the light, you can see that the light is kind of interfering with the night vision of the animals, and they're kind of struggling to keep your eyes on you and also on obstacles. It'll make it harder for them to avoid obstacles. Very good. Roll a d20 for me.
All right. D20, you say?
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. Very lucky, Durbek. You've raced ahead of Oreo, by the way, with your sled. So you're sort of 40 foot ahead. And you find a path, and there seems to be sort of no obstacles for the time being as you whiz past trees and brushes and like rocks and weaving your way through the forest. What would you like to do?
Can I see the owl flying behind us?
Make a perception check as you look over your shoulder with the light also interfering.
13.
13. You think you might be able to see it. You're not too sure how distant it is. You just see a dark shape offset by the sky somewhere behind you.
So I can't see anything about how it's flying or what it's doing.
It's not with that roll. You can see roughly where it is, you think, as you can kind of see a dark shape that's flitting in front of the light clouds that are flying, that are above you. So you can kind of occasionally get a glimpse of the dark shape, but you're not too sure what's happening.
And Oreo is behind us.
At the moment, yes, because you dashed ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try and raise a hand, like in greeting to the owl, to say, get some sense of whether it's friendly or not.
Okay.
Like you would do if you met barbarians in the tundra and you weren't sure, you would raise a hand and see if they raised a hand back, and you would then go into parley. So I don't know how the owl is. I'm expecting the owl to signal me back, but I'm trying to raise a hand, and with an intention of friendship.
Okay. Let's see if the owl sees you. Whew. Yep. Roll a persuasion check. Just a persuasion check.
I suck at persuasion. 10.
Okay. We'll see if the owl changes its behavior on its turn. Roll a d20 for me.
$18.
18. Okay. Once again, there seems to be sort of lots of trees and rocks, but you're weaving expertly past them. There's no major obstacles in the way. It's the owl's turn. What's it gonna do? Now, at this point, you would see that the owl is flying closer, past Akeem's light, and it's actually lit up by it. It's taking a closer look at who you are after your gesture, but behavior unchanged. And d20, 10. So that is. No, I'll roll again because that one doesn't apply. 9. Okay, so Oreo, your path is taking you through. Suddenly, you sort of go over a bit of a hill, and you see in front of you, like razor sharp thickets. I need you to make a survival, I'm going to call it a survival saving throw.
Okay.
Which you can use your abilities for. So you can add your proficiency for ranger and stuff.
Oh, I can add my... Okay. So, okay. So what's that? 17.
17. You bank the sled hard. The dogs, go almost up a slight incline of a hill, and you sort of scrape the underside of the sled, really kind of making a rasping noise, which kind of wakes Caliban up slightly, and you're able to kind of avoid damage to the sled. But it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So I feel like I'm in this, one of my fictional heroes, Mr. Jonathan Bond, doing sled,
Nice.
sled rolls. And I think, what would he do in this situation?
I don't think these sleds have ejector seats.
No,
Slicks.
but what I do is I take my cookery out, and I'm behind Bill, right?
Yeah.
So I'm behind Bill. So I start hacking as I go through, holding the cookery up and hacking small branches behind me, so they're falling behind me. and hitting the sort of trees and the icicles and hitting the trying to chop them, but more trying to knock stuff, leaves, snow behind me.
Okay.
Make it difficult for them. If like a branch breaks, great, but I'm just kind of whacking with the kukri.
Okay. I've rolled for the reindeer. That was a good strategy, but the reindeer sort of managed to leap over and kind of they temporarily split, like off the path, and then reform about 10 feet later, as avoiding sort of the things that you're throwing behind you. Roll a d20, please. Oh, actually, at this point, Nora is going to look at you and say, "Should I stop them?"
I don't know.
Not yet. We'll see in the next action. How long till we're clear of the woods?
It's like half an hour of travel to go through the forest.
How would you stop them, Nora?
I would cast a spell. I would throw a sacred flame at, well, the reindeer or the owl. You tell me which.
I don't want to cause fight. We're not fighting them, Nora.
Okay. Very well. Roll a d20, Oreo, please, to see what happens to...
15, sir.
15. Okay. Just, the chase continues. Nothing happens. That is the elk's turn. Okay. Let's see what... 17. Okay. Akeem, it is your turn. You're concentrating on the spell, riding on the axe beak. Sorry, what's the name of the axe beak, Caliban?
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. So riding on Trailblazer, weaving in between the two sleds. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna stop the dancing lights, and I'm gonna cast a slightly different cantrip. Again, I don't really want to hurt them, but I want to disorient them. So I'm gonna try and cast Mind Sliver.
Oh, that does hurt them, though.
Ah, damn it! No, okay. Prestidigitation?
What would you like to do with prestidigitation?
Ah, amazing. I would like an odd odor. So a smell that they don't really like.
Okay, let's see. What's the range on that?
A deer musk. A deer musk.
10 feet. So
10 feet, but you can cast it in a spot where they'll go through.
Yeah, so I'll cast it right behind the sled.
Okay. What is the smell?
The smell is going to be almost as if it's an unworldly, unrecognizable smell that they that anyone has ever experienced. It's an experiment of like a concoction of all sorts of unlikable smells together.
Oh, and they fail their Constitution saving throw, so they you see them kind of like turn their nose up, and they seem to fall back slightly. So I'm just keeping track of how far back they are. Okay, very well. And roll a d20 for me to see what happens to them chasing you.
A d20. All right. Ooh! Oh, 8. I thought it was something
8?
else. Yeah. I got very excited by it.
So, all right, Durbik, as you're racing ahead, trying to sort of find a path, you turn a corner past a large rocky outcropping, kind of almost humongous boulder. You go round the corner, and you just suddenly find yourself in the midst of sort of a herd of mountain goats. I'm gonna need you to...
I feel like my rolls are affecting Durbik.
Yeah, because he's right after you. Roll a survival animal handling check. So an animal handling check with your survival proficiency if you're proficient in survival.
I am proficient in survival. Okay, so I roll... So it's just a d20 plus my survival bonus, but it's for animal handling.
Yes.
That is a 22.
Yes. 22, nicely done. Your experience sort of talking to animals, you know exactly just just how to kind of coax them. And you've had quite experience with the sled in the coming weeks. So you just kind of tug very slightly here and there, deftly getting them to turn only ever so slightly, so to be able to weave just the quickest serpentine through all the goats without hitting any of them and without startling them before they even recognize what's happened, and you're through. But it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Is the owl getting closer?
Yes.
I'm going to slow down a bit. Not radically so that Oreo crashes into me from behind, but in an attempt to let the owl catch up and hold and keep my hand up.
Okay.
And I'm willing to slow way down to help
Okay.
make sure that he catches up, right?
Do you say anything?
Yeah, I say, I hope you're a friend. We're on a really important mission to save lives.
I was really hoping you'd say something like, "Who are you?"
Roll a persuasion check.
Who are you?
Roll a what?
A persuasion check.
Ah, really? It's not a natural one, but it is a modified one.
Nice. Okay. And roll a d20 to see what happens.
Eight.
8. Okay. That is the same as before, right? The ravine,
But it is still catching up with me, right?
So, but this now the owl has this complication. The owl is sort of flying through the trees, weaving and trying to keep track of you, and was looking at what you were trying to tell it. And what happens is, it startles a flock of winter wrens, and they just kind of fly in front of it. And they seem like he's trying to avoid them desperately, but he runs into a few of them. But natural 20, he manages to kind of swerve and not be slowed down, so he's still chasing after you. But it is the owl's turn, and you see it kind of flap up its wings. It's flying silently, by the way, because owls can flap their wings without any sound, so it's kind of eerily kind of gliding along. But you see it fall back to where the reindeer are, and as it gets closer, you see it change into the shape of a man, a naked old man, and land on top of the reindeer. And now he's keeping pace, and he's riding the reindeer.
What the
And 2.
Okay.
A naked
So-
old man is riding a reindeer. This is an image that is going to be indelibly etched in Oreo's brain.
A reindeer with glowing antlers.
I am so glad I'm asleep for this.
Oreo, the uneven ground in
This
front
is
of...
just Ken's dream.
You
One
run
of us
into a
smoked
patch
some.
of really rough ground, Oreo. There's stones that are completely uncovered by the snow for whatever reason, coming out, jutting out. So I need you to do another survival check to see if you're able to navigate them without incurring damage.
Okay. Natural 20 for 25.
Nice. So I'm going to count that as a double success. You're able to actually go a little bit faster, and so you're a little bit ahead now, about 10, 20 feet ahead of Durbik. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my eye for detail feature and make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. So is there anything that I can pick up about this man that's now landed on the reindeer?
Roll your check, please.
Investigation. So that's 24.
24. You quickly, lift up the spyglass whilst holding the leash for the dogs and just whip around and have a quick glance. And your hand is so steady from deftly practicing sort of sneaking around that you're able to get a perfect glimpse for a split second. And you recognize hanging around his neck a symbol of Auril, the Frostmaiden. This might be a frost druid.
And is that good or bad, would I know?
Followers of frost druids, followers of Auril, an evil goddess, might have bad intentions, or at very least might see you as intruders of the natural world that need to be cleansed.
Okay, so I shout this. It's Oral's druid. We have to get away.
All right.
Am I
Gloves
awake
are
at
off.
this point?
Yeah, you would be awake at this point.
Can I just stand up on the sled? Have I heard this?
Yes.
Can I just hurl a javelin at the druid, blunt end first, just to knock him on his ass?
Oh,
I'm not trying to do damage. I'm just trying to knock him on his ass.
Okay. So you're gonna head and throw a javelin? Yeah.
I'll look at the others.
He said it. He's done. He said it's done.
Yeah.
Yep. But I did say I'm gonna throw it like with the blunt end.
Okay.
That's
Well,
awesome.
it's beyond your range, so roll with disadvantage.
Oh, I well aware of rolling with disadvantage. That was a natural 20 and a 3. So hang on. In his rickety old man human form, does
Yes.
a 10 hit?
No, I'm afraid not.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll mark off
So
that.
Nora goes, "Are we attacking?"
I was just trying to slow him down. No, let's
Yes.
just run.
Okay. Nora will target the elk that the guy is riding on. 1 second. Nora, Sacred Flame, range 60 feet. No, they're too far. Toll the Dead, 60 feet. No, she will hold a Sacred Flame if they get closer. But she can't actually hit them from this distance. Okay, Oreo, please roll a d20 to see what happens to the elk chasing.
13.
Okay, so once again, a pretty clear patch, so nothing seems to impede them. The Frost Druid will sort of spur them on, and they will dash, moving double their distance, so they're now closing in, and they're 50 feet closer, which triggers Nora's spell. So she will roll to hit. Sacred Flame.
Saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, saving throw, sorry. Dexterity saving throw for the elk. So that's +0. 18. It dodges out of the way. You just see a bright light go shoo, and streak past. But the druid pulls on the sort of back of the neck, and the reindeer manages to avoid it.
I have an idea. It's a long shot, but it might work. I'll
Right.
take 2 javelins and tie maybe 20 feet of a length of rope together.
Okay. But
give-
you have to do that on your turn. You're already throwing your javelin.
Okay, I didn't realize
Okay.
we were in. Okay.
So it's going to be Akeem's turn, and yep, there's no complications. So you're able to run through the forest once again, deftly sort of maneuvering Trailblazer. You're getting the hang of this. You're avoiding obstacles, and you're managing to kind of keep a good speed. But it is your turn.
Alright.
What would you like to do?
I'm feeling it. Again, I still don't fully want to hurt them too much, but I do realize that they're being a bit of a pain. So they're gonna get Mind Sliver 2 directed at the druid.
The druid? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna direct at the druid.
Very good.
But I
Mind Sliver
want
is
to
a
try
saving
and
throw,
disorient
isn't
them
it?
as much as possible. Yeah. Let me check.
Yeah, intelligence. Intelligence saving
Yeah,
throw.
intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so my intelligence is not that high. All right. 14. Does that beat?
Just misses.
Ah, good. All right. Well, sorry, no effect.
Oh,
If it's 14, are you 14 or
no,
15?
15.
You're oh, okay. So it does
Yeah,
take
just
effect.
misses.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two.
Okay, so roll your damage.
not much.
2.
2.
Okay. But you see him go, like, and he's a bit confused. He's unable to he's blinking his eyes and trying to keep them focused on you, but he's struggling to do that. So that'll knock them back a little bit. That'll be 70 feet. Okay. And roll a. So I roll a d20, I think. No,
Oh,
sorry,
don't I
you
need
roll a
to do that
d20.
for Derbic.
Yeah.
All right, keep your
Brother,
fingers.
let's go.
All right, kiss them.
19. Oh.
No, it's a kiss of. That maybe we shouldn't kiss dice. 2.
2. Okay. You see some kind of very patchy bits of ice and snow in front of you. Like it looks like it would be super bumpy. You have a brief moment to kind of try and find the best way to navigate it. Roll a survival check to see if you're able to get across without it slowing you down.
17.
Very well. Once again, your expertise sort of across the tundra is able to kind of get you. You go over one of the largest bumps of snow and actually makes this sled slightly airborne for like a second and makes you skip across the ice. And then you land back with a jolt.
Caliban's like, oh.
How far are they behind me?
They're about 70 feet behind you. They've lost some ground.
Can I slow down enough to get them within 60 feet?
As much as you can slow down as much as you want. Basically, you could potentially catch up as close as 30 feet to them if you want to.
No, 60 feet is fine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show Akeem how you actually knock someone off of a reindeer. I'm going to speak the word to activate Stornir and throw it.
Oh shit!
Do I get 2 attack?
Yes, you would get 2 attacks. You guys just see suddenly the whole forest sort of within sort of the small range that you are light up with a blue light that looks faintly similar to the light the stars are giving. And Durbik swings the hammer and throws it. Roll to hit. Is it within? It's within. So disadvantage, right?
It just
60
says
feet.
60 feet.
I think it's 30 feet, no disadvantage, and then let me check.
Oh yeah, it is. Long range of 60 feet. Yeah, so this is disadvantage. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
You're aiming at the druid or the reindeer he's riding on?
the druid.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is a 17 with disadvantage.
That hits. Like the hammer, like poof, whacks him across the side of the head. Roll your damage.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second is only a 10.
Only a 10. That misses. The second goes wide. He was waiting for it this time, and he ducks. Okay. Roll a d20 to see.
Wait.
What?
It's an extra d6 radiant
Okay.
damage. I forgot. Sorry. I'll get the hang of this. So 2 more points of damage.
Okay. Roll a d20 to see what happens to the druid chasing after.
He's hit in the face with a magical hammer. That's what happens to him. 6.
6. All right. As he's riding, he's trying to avoid the hammer, and a sudden drop in like the ground catches him by surprise. He has to roll a dexterity savings throw, and fails.
Yes.
He takes 1d4. So the drop is a 10-foot drop, and he takes 4 points of damage. And he loses 10 feet, so he's now 80 feet back.
So he's still on the reindeer though.
Yes,
Wow.
didn't fall off
Impressive.
this time.
You got some supple thighs.
All right, it's his turn, and you see him sort of take out a wand. God knows out of where. He seemed to be naked when you first saw him, but it was pretty dark, so you're not sure. But he pulls
Is
out.
it a wand?
He pulls out a wooden wand and seems to mutter an incantation and flicks it. And suddenly, Oreo and Durbik, ahead of you, you see a deep chasm, a ravine, hundreds of feet deep, in front of you.
Can I use my insightful? Can I use my IFD detail and see if it's false?
Yeah, I
Very
disbelieve
good.
that.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation or perception?
It is an investigation check.
Can I yell at him? If you were actually capable of that, we'd be dead already.
17.
90 plus 12 plus 9 is 21.
Okay, 21 and 17. You both realize that this can't be real, and so you just keep going. Actually, Akeem, you have to do it too, because you're riding the Trailblazer.
Sorry, I wasn't listening because my Mac was telling me that it's low on power even though it's physically plugged in.
Ah, no good.
So I may lose connection.
Okay, I'll give
what
you
is it that I have to do?
an investigation check.
Okay, let's try and see if I can do it before. Investigation check. It's not great, 7.
7. You suddenly see like a cliff in front of you, and you pull on the sort of on Trailblazer's kind of reins to slow him down because you're gonna fall over the edge, and so you like stop to a dead halt in front of this cliff. It is okay. And a 4 for Oreo. So a real stream of like you fly past the illusion, but then you see a small stream and ravine in front of you that's blocking your path. You can either try to cross it or try to kind of go alongside it. It's up to you. There'll be either one is a survival check and one is an animal handling check. So you can try to make the animal jump it. Okay.
I'll take the survival check. Take the survival check. And that's going to be a 15.
Once again, no trouble. You weave past and go around it, and you can keep going. What would you like to do? You guys are about 40 feet ahead of Akeem, who's stopped dead, pulling on the reins of the axe beak. And he's now only 30 feet away from the reindeer behind him.
Shit.
Sorry, is it my turn?
No, it's mine and then it's yours, I think.
Sorry.
Caliban. I shout to Akeem, it's an illusion. I raise the hand crossbow and I take aim and I fire at the druid.
Okay.
But
Roll
not
to hit.
slowing down. Because I was just debating stop and get into the fight or
Very well. It'll be a disadvantage because it's beyond your range, right? Or is it? What's your?
it's 30 short, 100 up to 120 hand crossbow. So yeah, it's disadvantage, I think.
Okay.
And that's going to be a pathetic 14.
14 hits.
Oh, that's good. No sneak attack though, because it's not in combat.
Afraid not.
So that's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay, good to know. Okay. Roll a d20 to see what happens to the elk behind you, but it is a chance for Caliban and Nora to do something. What would you like to do?
I've finished. Nora's quite strong, right?
Yes.
Okay. I've finished. Hopefully, at this point, I'll use part of my turn to finish tying off about 20 feet of rope between 2 javelins.
Okay.
I'll hand one javelin to Nora. Say, "Learn this trick from an ex-highwayman I worked with. Aim for a left tree. I'll aim for a right one. Try to land the rope at about chest height for an ordinary man. It's called a clothesline maneuver."
All right. Okay.
And I will hold my action so she and I can throw at the same time in attempt to create a javelin rope clothesline that will catch everyone. Well, how wide apart are they? Like their formation?
Like 10, 15 feet. They're kind of running behind,
Cool,
so
20 feet of
separating
rope
to avoid
should be
obstacles.
plenty. Yeah, so
Okay.
20 feet of rope between 2 javelins and at the same time.
Cool. Roll to hit to see if you hit the tree.
All right. Can I try to hit one within my normal range, so it's not a disadvantage? Okay.
And you kind of go 1, 2, 3, and you both throw it at the same time. So.
Okay, so that's a 16 for me.
So you hit your tree, but I'm afraid Nora misses.
God
So-
damn it! What did you roll?
She rolled a 5 plus 4 is 9, so it just misses. It was a DC 10. I'm afraid that it's a little bit of an obstacle, but it's not going to clothesline them. Okay.
I just look at her like... I don't say anything, but I just look at her like...
And Oreo, did you roll your d20 to see what happens to...
Yeah, it was 20.
20. Okay, so nothing happens. It's the elk's turn. They're gonna dash ahead. Oh, they've caught up. They're gonna catch up to Akeem though.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. So they dash ahead, and they swarm around, forming a circle around Akeem.
What? Trap me,
And-
mother.
Akeem, it is your turn. You're surrounded by reindeer with sort of glowing antlers, and on top of them there's a wizened old man with a sort of a disquieting smile that's looking straight at you.
Aim for the old man.
Hey! Oh, you better believe I'm an into old man. I'm gonna take this old mouth down. Again, I'm still not sure what their intent, whether their intent is actually like malicious or whether that they just think we're trespassing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still gonna try and play with kid gloves, so I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver again.
Okay. On the old man.
Yeah.
He
He's a
fails.
ringleader. Damn right he fails. 5.
5 damage. Okay. And so track 94 for the next challenge. Okay. Do you want to say anything to him?
I ask him why he's chasing us.
Okay. And roll a d20 to see what happens to Durbek. Although, if you guys keep going, or are you coming to a stop?
I'm not coming to a stop. I'm sweeping around to come back.
Okay.
I assume it's faster to turn the sled than to jump off and run back, isn't it?
Yeah. You bank round, losing about half of your movement, but then you can use the rest of the movement to basically be almost like 10, 20 feet away from the circle of reindeer.
All right. And what is happening with Akeem and the old man?
Well, Akeem's cast a spell that seems to have affected the old man. The old man is not his turn yet, so he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, by the way, the roll was 2.
All right. So I'm cruising up behind him, and I'm just shouting, "Back away from my friend."
Okay. Okay. It is the druid's turn, and he looks at you, Akeem. And you said, what was the exact words you said to him?
Why are they chasing us?
Okay. Unclean, spoilers of nature, running through our forest. Auril demands sacrifice. Be gone. We will extinguish your light. And he will...
I didn't announce holding an action, but so it's probably too late. So never mind.
And he will kind of run past you with his reindeer and try to hit you with his ice sickle that he sort of seems to generate out of nowhere, just kind of like shoo, a glowing sickle made out of ice. So
And try and dodge it with
13.
It's the same as my armor class,
So
I don't
just
know whether
hits?
that hits
Just hits.
mother.
And you take 3 slashing damage and 3 cold damage.
So that's just 6 in total.
Yeah.
Alright. You want to play that game? Right.
All right, Oreo, it is your turn. Are you doing the same thing as?
Yeah,
Durbek?
I see. I look behind and see Durbek's turned around. And I was like, shit, and I wheel the dog sled around, Have you got the sweet ones, Bill, or have I got which ones have you got? The chefs or the sweets?
I think I have the chefs and you have the sweets.
Okay, so I go, come on, Lego Stoffy, let's go rescue Akeem. I bank the dog sled around and head back.
Okay. And you come within range, and you see that's the same scene I described before you. The druid's kind of trying to attack Akeem, who's in the middle of the circle, and the reindeer are kind of like all around, closing sort of your access.
Okay. I'm closing in. Can I get? How close am I? 30 feet?
About 20, 30 feet away, on the outside of the circle.
I fire the hand crossbows at the druid.
Go ahead, roll to hit, and you will have sneak attack because Akeem is within 5 feet.
That's gonna be 17.
17 hits. Roll your damage.
So that's 9 plus sneak attack. Sneak attack is going to be 15. So 9 plus 15 is 24 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay, that's a palpable hit. The druid gets one of your crossbow bolts stuck through its neck, and you just see his hands go up, and the blood is pulsing through his fingers. But there's something about the cold kind of energy that he gives off, and after a moment of struggle, he pulls his hands away, and the blood's a little bit frozen. He's taken a deep hit, but he's managed to stop the bleeding.
I told you to stay. Durbig told you to stay away from our friend.
Nora's turn. She will toll the dead.
Caliban's turn next, isn't it?
Well, I kind of make them go at the same time, but sure, okay. Caliban.
Can I get close to him?
The reindeer are in the way.
Reindeer in the way?
Yeah.
Leap on the reindeer.
That is a bad idea. Alright, what have I got? There's one reindeer in between me and him.
Like a couple. It's a circle.
I am going to take the shove action against that reindeer and try to domino them.
Okay. Roll your hit. It's a contested athletics check, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, +3. Cool.
Don't fuck me, bronze die. 13.
18. It's a big animal. It goes and shoves back and looks around and looks at you, sort of with malicious eyes.
Well, that's all I can do.
Okay, so Nora will toll the dead. It's a risk, but she doesn't know that. Because the wisdom of a frost druid is fairly high. But alright. Yeah, fails. Casts a spell, but the druid seems unfazed. Cool, it is the reindeer's turn, and it'll turn around and close ranks around Akeem and kind of protect the druid. Akeem, it is your turn.
Alright, so it wants to play tough. I can play tough. So the druid, how far away from me is he?
He's literally in combat with you. He's trying to hack at you with the sickle, and you're kind of both standing on mounts. He's on the reindeer, and you're on the X-Beak.
Okay, but is he far enough away that I can just put a flame sphere all the way around him? Put him in the there?
That would probably affect you, but you can put it right behind him and get both the reindeer and him and the reindeer you're standing on.
Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that.
Okay, so that is dexterity, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so it'll be the elk dexterity, which is Okay. They both fail. Roll your damage. Let's see how much damage they all take.
Really? 7.
Well, the fire is now like burning his skin, and like also the fur of the reindeer is catching. It's caught fire. So that's actually quite effective. It is Durbek's turn.
I am within 20 feet, so but there's reindeer in the way, and there's a big flaming sphere. So I'm going to throw the hammer at him twice.
Okay. Go ahead.
So the first one is a 25,
That definitely hits.
and it does 15 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
What?
He's fighting. I think he's fighting with a sickle, which has never seemed like a very good melee weapon to me anyway. And so his arm is up at a funny angle, and it just catches him in the side of the chest, crushes the ribs, throws him from the reindeer, and he lands in the snow.
Woof, and it just hits the ground with a thud. And at that, the rest of the reindeer just like scatter and like go in disparate directions and fly off into the woods and disappear. And you're out of combat.
So
I'm
check
going
the
back
body.
to bed.
Right. Onwards.
Let's check the body real quick.
He was naked.
Well, but he pulled that wand out of somewhere.
Yes, let's grab the wand.
All right. Roll a quick investigation check for me as you kind of have a look and turn over the body in the dark.
Oriel, you're probably better at this than I am.
21.
And Caliban refuses to.
21.
You find sort of a small pouch belt around his waist that contains spell components and probably where he pulled the wand out of. And it's got a small little kind of statuette of Aurel in it. But aside from that, you find nothing of
There's
value.
no wand. There's no wand?
Well, the wand was in his hand. You can,
Oh.
yeah.
Leave,
You know,
leave
I'm
everything
pretty-
else. Take the wand.
You know, I'm pretty sure eternal winter isn't very natural. Makes me think these guys are a bunch of giant fucking hypocrites.
And he had a oral medallion or something on. You said.
But last
Yes,
time we
around
did
his neck.
anything with-
Just a little kind of necklace with the symbol of the Frostmaiden, the little snowflake.
Last time we touched anything with Oral on, we disappeared. Let's not do it. We have East Haven to save.
Yep.
All right, good. Yep.
Okay. And you set off once more,
I'll go back to sleep.
finally coming out of the forest, and starting to travel the flat, open expanse of the tundra towards East Haven at breakneck speed. Caliban, I would like you to roll your Constitution saving throw.
And I'm
see
asleep,
if
so
you
I don't
manage
get
to
the
have-
benefit of.
Correct. You have to take away the 4. And Oreo, roll another survival check to see how steady you can keep the.
Do I
sled
get
for
any
him.
benefit from being warmed up by Nora?
You do to the DC.
Okay.
24 on my survival check.
Okay. Once again, you keep the sled very steady for Caliban, almost rocking him to sleep.
And I sing, Sleepy, sleepy, Calibani, sleepy,
7.
sleepy.
7. The
Uh-oh.
DC was 10. I'm afraid
Great.
you don't get a good night's sleep.
All right.
Okay, so Oreo and Durbek, you've been pushing the dogs pretty hard.
Do I at least get a short rest?
Yes, you get the benefits of a short rest. So you can use hit dice and that kind of thing.
And I don't have any of those.
Do those of us who are driving get a benefit of a short rest or not?
No, because you have to pay attention to the kind of terrain.
Yeah.
But I need you each to roll for your dog teams, Durbek and Oreo.
Do I
because you're
need
both
to
doing-
roll for axe?
No, because he doesn't get exhausted, I don't think. Actually, he might.
It's good to know. No, let's stick with he doesn't get exhausted.
Oh, a trailblazer. I think he's treated like a normal animal in terms
Okay.
of exhaustion and all things like that.
So I'll get you to roll with advantage because the dogs are all pulling together. But you have to roll 3 Constitution saving Constitution saving throws for the dogs for each hour after the 8 hours of march, as you're getting closer to 10 towns.
With the dog's constitution, right?
Yes, which will be the wolf is. I have it here somewhere.
12.
Okay, the first one's passed.
No, I'm saying that's the constitution for a wolf.
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so 3. So 3 rolls.
3 rolls with advantage.
Okay, 3 rolls with advantage. Can we add our animal handling to that?
No, sorry. It's already with advantage. But tell me in sequence, because it gets harder.
Okay, 16 for the first one on me.
18 for the first one with me.
Okay, so the first set, like the first hour beyond the limit that they normally ever pushed, these dogs, they're like, isn't the day over? Shouldn't we be slowing down? But you keep pushing them and you encourage them and they redouble their efforts and they get a second win, so they're fine. Roll again.
13.
17.
Also fine. One more.
17.
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay. You've treated these dogs really well, gave them all sorts of interesting meats and, kept them happy, and Durbik would talk to them, so they're happy to give, their best and their everything, because you're really asking them to push themselves beyond the limits. But they do, and you slowly approach, and you begin to hear the din and see the smoke of East Haven. You're coming from the south. Southwest-ish. South-southwest. Where are you going?
Can I see the dragon?
Roll a perception check as you get closer, but there's a lot of smoke and fire and you're quite far away from. You're still far away.
Perception. 26.
26. You see briefly a beam of bright light, like a searchlight, like a lighthouse, just kind of laser cut through the middle of the city and then disappear into the darkness.
I will reach into my bag, take out the troll heart, the ice troll heart, look at the dragon, look down at it, and I'll say to myself, I'll look at the others, if not now, when? And I will just start eating it.
Okay, very well. It gives you regeneration, right?
And as I finish eating it, you guys watch as my normally lamp yellow eyes, I blink and they turn like ice blue, and all the wounds, because I was still about half health, so I got cuts and scrapes and stuff, they all just close up.
Nice.
Impressive.
So over the course, so at the start of every turn, I regain 5 hit points. So within a minute, I'm at full health.
Excellent. Okay, so
We head
you
straight
saw the
towards-
beam
And it's for the next
about
24
halfway in the
hours.
middle of the city.
Going there, heading straight there.
Yes.
Can we switch back so I'm on Trailblazer?
Yes, and to sleep you had to take off your armor. If you want 10 minutes to don it.
Yeah. So I'm donning it whilst on the sled, and then I will switch over to Trailblazer.
Okay.
See, I look at Caliban to be like, oh, I was kind of enjoying that.
I am fucking exhausted, and I am going into this battle with nothing but a troll heart in my gut. Let me have this. I'll hop on Trailblazer.
Fair point.
Can Nora cast some healing before we get into the actual combat?
Yes. By the way, Akeem, I see that you got spell slots still burnt. Did you? Maybe I have to refresh your page.
Only one.
Okay, maybe it
only
didn't
one.
refresh. So Nora can cast some healing. How much healing do you want? She will ask, what level should I use? Should I hold back some power just in case, or?
I'm only down a few hit points, so I'll take it later.
I'm down a third.
You need it.
She can. So I'll cast a Prayer of Healing at 2nd level. Okay. And everyone will regain 15 hit points.
Fantastic.
Oh, I'm back to normal. Thanks. That is wonderful.
So the sled's racing, and Nora's just kind of muttering a prayer to the mother of dwarves, and just kind of muttering under her breath. And once again, you just feel this waves of energy, healing power. It almost feels like a mother's embrace. It makes you remember things from when you were a child. It has that kind of motherly or grandmotherly kind of energy to it. But you just feel wonderful with every hit of this wave, and your wounds knit close, and your energy kind of gets perkier. All right.
As we're riding in, I'll just say something. Akeem. There's a better than likely chance that this giant thing that's made out of metal isn't going to, be too bothered by fire. I once saw you change the element of your magic. If you can do so to something maybe acidy, that would probably be for the best.
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry at all.
As you get closer to town, you begin to see the extent of the devastation. So far, every building you go past is smashed to smithereens. There's fires in multiple parts of town. There's people on the ground fallen over. There's just people that are shell-shocked, walking blindly into the street, sort of looking dazed and trying to find people that you can't see. And smoke and dust is sort of covering everywhere. You're struggling to see now that you're inside of it. You're trying
Did
to
we
make
get
your way.
contacted by Balthazar throughout any of that?
Nope.
Fine.
As you get closer to the town center, you see a svelte little cat-like figure dart sort of through some alleyway. And you recognize the remains of Salazar's shop, completely collapsed.
Oh no.
God fucking damn it. Alright, move. I'll just listen for the metallic roars and I'll try to lead everyone in that direction.
Okay. You fly past into the center of town, and you reach the town hall, the only structure left standing up to this point. And you notice that sort of the eastern part of town seems to be the very, very edge of the eastern part of town is the part that's kind of still standing. And you see once again a beam of light cut through in that direction.
Can I ready a javelin and aim for the source of the light?
From what you can see at the moment, it was at least 60 foot in the air. But sure.
I'll hold it until I see something I can hit.
Okay. You get closer to the docks and just keep racing the dogs through the people that are running out of town. There are people in carts and people dragging friends behind them. Groups of villagers dead on the ground everywhere. You reach a point where you suddenly see a bright yellow kind of transparent dome, inside which you see about maybe a dozen children, and you recognize the faint, kind of dimly kind of distorted figure of Velen. And I will put down the battle map. 1 second.
Yay!
Yes! Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I moved it. Damn it. All right. I hope that's not too much in the wrong place. So, 1 second.
That's the fireball that will take place later on, but instead of fireball, it'll be another surprise.
Looks like we're charging a giant fried egg.
Okay.
I've got nothing for this fight.
Don't worry.
Your sword
I
and
got
your
you.
Make
intelligence.
myself a
I
target.
think this camera might be better. Let's see.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, much better.
DM, am I considered exhausted?
No,
I
Just
you are
enough.
not.
Recover.
You're
just
Oreo.
not rested.
Got it. Okay, fine.
I've seen
but
Oreo.
How about
Oreo and Durbeck have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
1 second, I'm trying to change something here. There we go. Okay, so let me put the music track called Death from Above.
Goody.
Okay, great. Sounds fun.
And I'll actually change. Here we go. So, yes,
Sorry, what time is it? Is it the next day?
now it's like the wee hours of the morning.
So, but it's the next day effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, you've come to the scene. There's this faintly sort of like glowing orb of like dome around some children and the necromancer that you guys had met. You just hear wailing from all corners and crying and distant sounds of soldiers shouting. You don't see the dragon yet. What do you do?
Oreo, do you still have that bag?
The bag of tricks. I've got 1 charge left. Yes.
I was gonna say empty the clip, but it's that would just be tautology. Carry on. I am just gonna ready a magazine of javelins. And I'm gonna cut the dogs loose.
Okay.
If they stay here, they'll just die.
Let them hide. I think that's a good idea.
Durbeck, tell them not hide.
Yep.
I'll hack him loose with my sickle, and I will hop onto Trailblazer.
Okay. Anything else?
Is there any sort of high ground-ish that a little bit high ground where I can sort of get up sort of higher ground, so I can find somewhere
same.
to?
If you can go into the houses to sort of reach higher ground inside the ruins of the destroyed houses, but otherwise it's a village that's in a flame basically.
I'd like to get climb up somewhere and get on top of like some rubble and get to a higher position.
Okay.
If possible.
Same as Oreo.
Where's the dragon?
You'll hear in a second.
I'm going to run a distance away. Durbeck, we need to keep it away from the children. I'll use thaumaturgy to create the illusionary sound of booming roars, like of the scariest creature I've ever heard.
Okay. Everybody else, are you moving closer to where Hakeem and Mario are?
I would move to the right side of that. Sorry, the left side of the left house. Sorry, the further house. The other house. No, the other house. To the the other side of that. I would try to move over there. Yeah, no, you were right the first time.
Here.
Yeah, and just in that direction as much as I can, and just roar out, trying to draw it to me.
Nora will stay close to Hakeem and Oreo because she thinks they're more frail. Durbeck, where would you like to go?
I think I'll go. Is there a corner there just by Nora, like that I can sort of duck around up against the wall to the right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And suddenly you hear the flapping of, it sounds almost like rubber wings, just and a metal screech. It sounds more like metal scraping against metal, but it also sounds like a roar.
Oh my god, I love it.
Love it. Brilliant.
Oh no!
It's only big because it's closer to the camera. It's not really that big.
Let me try and get a better view of it, because I don't think I've got enough room in here. Hold on, let me switch cameras so you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Durbik?
The dragon's eye view there.
Swooping down, it comes and does a low pass against the dome and hits it with its claws, but you see it that it just kind of sounds like a very loud metal clang, like pots clanging against each other, and the dome appears unscathed and glows brightly a couple of times. And just kind of, it circles back and then locks its eyes on you as it's flying past, and I need you all to roll for initiative.
I'm roaring. I'm roaring. Is that doing anything to...
Oh, natural 20. 22.
Yes! 20 for me. Natural
Alright,
Nice.
I didn't do terribly. 16.
Okay.
I have nothing.
14 for Oreo,
More
unfortunately.
than 20.
And Nora will have...
What initiatives you got? Okay.
I thought you got 20 for your initiative, Akeem.
I did. I just accidentally clicked the thing again because I was
Okay.
trying to figure out how Durbik had 22.
Okay.
I realized you have +2.
Sorry, the dragon's kind of almost falling over. 1 second. It's a bit heavy for the flight support that I have. Oh, you can't really see it, goddammit.
Go with the other camera angle.
Yeah? Alright. Oh, shit. 1 second.
Because we can, apart from can't see Caliban, but we can see everyone else.
Okay.
I've decided
I
to
love
go
the
for
hat.
Wizard. Well, I figured
Yeah.
I'm gonna need every ounce of luck and power I'm gonna need to take out this thing.
Okay, guys. It is Akeem's turn. The dragon is swooping down, like going
No, it's
basically
not.
flying. It's about 60 feet above the ground, and it's downward swoop. It flew from about 100 feet high down, and is sort of picking up speed and trying to fly over the houses towards you.
Drake got a 22.
100.
Oh, 22?
Yeah,
Oh,
Durbik
sorry.
goes
So,
first, yeah.
sorry, because I heard 20. All right. I'll remember that. Durbik, you go first.
Rage.
Okay.
It's not coming within distance for me to hit it with the hammer with both hands, but I can certainly take a couple shots at its underside as it comes by, right?
Yes, it's not its turn yet, so it's kind of, I mean, you know, the way combat works in D&D is kind of frozen time. It's flying down,
Yeah.
but it's there for now, so you have to run towards it if you want to hit it. Oh,
I'm
well,
running
it's
toward-
60 foot up and about...
It's 60 feet up.
Well, yeah, and 60 foot away. So it's 60 foot up and 60 foot ahead. So it'll be...
I thought it was lower because it was clawing on that dome.
that was the first swoop it did. And it kind of failed and looped around, and that's when I rolled initiative.
All right, then I can't do anything except shout and hold my action because it's like 100 feet away from me, right?
Yeah. But you can move if you want.
So
if
I'm
there's
gonna
any way you
shout, wave my arms, try and get its attention,
can. Okay.
and activate the hammer so that it gets a bright light to focus on.
Very well. Akeem, it is your
I don't know
turn.
why I bother distracting sometimes.
Oh, Durbik. Don't worry, I'm gonna get its attention.
But I'm holding my action, Dre, so that as soon as it gets within 60 feet, I'm gonna attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
So it's within 100 feet of me, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. So I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points to transmute one of my spells, and which spell should I use? Which one of which should I use now that it's within 150 feet in which this spell does work? Fireball would be transmuted into acid ball.
Melt.
And you guys see Akeem summon his energy, his chest glowing red, and then suddenly it kind of swirls and turns green, and he channels out his hands forwards and puts them in puts his fingers together like that, and a single beam of green light just shoots forward and disappears into the night, almost like blinking, very slightly glittering on the way forward, and then suddenly, boom, in a roar of sort of not quite flame, it's more liquid than that, but it reminds you of kind of a rush of fluid down a mountain stream. You see like a giant explosion of green towards the dragon, and from it drips down and hits the dome, and it just kind of, but it doesn't damage it. The dragon gets to throw his saving throw, but he has advantage.
Ooh, interesting. So dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity, it's the one that he doesn't have bonuses on. All right.
Wonderful.
But he rolls an 18.
Fuck.
So
yeah.
Half damage. Roll your damage.
26.
26 damage? Okay, 26
Yeah.
13. Okay. Okay, it goes, and you see some of the metal plates start smoking and kind of giving off like a just smoke that adds to the general kind of steaminess and lack of visibility in the area. Okay. Caliban, it is your turn.
Okay, I will use as much of my movement as I can to run under the dragon, so I'm right under him as much as I can, 30 feet in that direction.
Yep.
I will bonus action Vow of Enmity against the dragon. That gives me advantage flat for a minute, hopefully cancelling out the disadvantage of throwing 2 javelins beyond 30 feet.
Okay.
All the while I'm still roaring with thaumaturgy.
How close are you? You're within 60 feet of the thing. 1 second. Okay, cool.
So, straight roll. 15.
15 misses. It clangs against the armor and it falls back down on the ground.
25.
25 hits. It jams between 2 of the plates, and you hear like a screeching, and it turns its head briefly towards you, looking with glowing yellow eyes in your direction.
He takes 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It is Oreo's turn. The dragon rolled really, really badly.
Okay. I'm going to use bonus action Insightful Fighting because it's not in melee combat with anyone, so I can't do sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to bonus action Insightful Fighting, so that's... it's against its deception check.
All right. Well, it doesn't have a very high charisma. Sure. Do I roll?
Yeah, you roll. It's a contested one, so it's against my deception. Your deception against my insight.
16 minus 4 is 12.
That's good because mine was 10 plus 5 is 15. So
Very good.
I get my sneak attack. So I'm now sneak attack for 1 minute, no matter what, against it.
Okay. You notice some of the plates that were sort of slightly less optimally done, like they were trying to rush the job and finish it according to Zardorok's schedule. So there's a slight opening where you can maybe get a bolt through.
And I'm going to roll with disadvantage because I'm just at the range of Tabitha. And that's going to be 9 plus 7 is 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Damn
You
it.
try to take aim for that spot, but it moves at the last minute and it hits the outside of the armor. And it is
I'm going to need a short bow, I say to myself.
Okay, so 1 second. Okay. The dragon swoops down, coming within 30 feet of your Caliban. As it flies past, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. As you feel it getting closer, there's this kind of weird evil energy emanating from the shardland that it's made out of, and it just seems to override your mind. It reminds you when you put on the crown.
15.
15 fails. You are charmed for 1 minute.
Uh-oh.
I need you to run towards Durbik and try to attack him on your turn.
Shit.
Hooray!
It can fly how much? It flies 90 feet. That's in range. So it's gonna fly down here towards you guys.
If it comes within 60 feet of me, I have a held attacks.
I'm gonna put it down just for ease. It's cool to have the riser, but it doesn't look good on camera. Alright. So, you get your attack, Durbik.
Is it within 60 feet or within 20 feet?
It's within 20 feet. It's going straight past you guys.
Love it. That's a big miss. And another miss. Obviously intimidated by the size of this Charlatan beast.
It's gigantic, scary. You see it sort of this little sort of bits between the armor that are glowing with radiant kind of glow that reminds you of some of the spells that Nora did, or some of the energy that Caliban uses when he uses his sword. But you're all within 30 feet of him, so you all need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Now, with exhaustion, ability checks are at disadvantage. Does that include this kind of saving throw?
That's correct. But just you and Oreo, yeah? Akeem is fine, and Nora passes her wisdom saving throw.
I had an 18 and a 7, so due to disadvantage, I have failed.
Okay, so on your turn, DC is 16.
Oh, wait. I thought I had a... Nope, never mind.
I just passed 16.
So you failed, Durbik? Durbik, you failed, right?
Fail, yes. I did
fail. So on your
yeah.
turn, you're going to do one melee attack against Nora. Okay? Nora passed.
Like
Akeem, did you pass?
Sorry, I didn't roll.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out which one it was. I got a 20. A modified 20.
Perfect. You feel this kind of evil energy swarm your mind, but you shake it off. And for a moment, it felt like you wanted to attack Oreo, but it's gone. And the dragon is going to... As it flies right down before swooping back up, its maw kind of opens, and it's kind of like the helmet, the visor in front of a helmet, of a full helm of the plate of armor. And out of the grates, out of the kind of slits, you see the glow of radiant power, like the sun, like 1,000 suns just shoot through Akeem and Oreo. I need you both to roll dexterity saving throw.
Can I also... I don't think I can do this, but can I cast Absorb Elements as a reaction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it include radiant damage?
Hold up.
Might not.
I don't know how to check that.
If you click on the spell, it should open up a description.
Yep, but I don't know where I can see radiant damage. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effects on
acid,
you and
cold,
storing
fire, lightning, or thunder, not radiant.
Oh, okay, so I didn't realize radiant is different. Okay,
So not in this case.
What am I
but
rolling?
Dexterity saving throw.
Ah, okay. Yeesh, this might not be so good. Ah! God, 18.
Very nice. You dodge out of the way, and you only take... how much is it?
27.
Alright, and I need to do the math. So 6 plus 5 is 11.
Oh. Dre, I'm seeing some stuff that says that a saving throw is not considered an ability check.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Roll again then.
Does anybody have an opinion?
I thought
No,
it was
you're
ability
right.
checks and saving throws for exhausted. Let me check.
No, exhaustion just says ability check.
Well, in all other instances, ability checks are explicitly separated from saving throws. My opinion would be that it's not the same thing.
So my better, I guess I should just roll again. My first roll did pass, but I'll roll again. No, I failed it. Fuck. Pardon my language.
All right. Oreo, did you pass your dexterity saving throw?
So it was a 16 for the DC. 16.
16 just passes. So
And
Akeem
I'm
and
still
Oreo.
Uncanny dodge it.
Okay. So you take 15 points of radiant damage, halved, and Akeem, you take 15 points of radiant damage. So that would have been 30 if you hadn't saved it.
Shit. For
And
real?
it's now behind you
damn.
somewhere. Out of view.
Damn.
In the sky. It is Nora's turn, and she is going to. She's going to cast Bless on Akeem, Oreo, and Durbek, and herself. Caliban's too far. So for every saving throw or ability check, you each have a plus 1d4 you can add to. Okay?
1d4, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Nora.
Appreciate it, Nora.
Okay, and it is now back to Akeem's turn.
I think it's Durbek,
Durbek's
isn't it?
turn.
Oh, sorry, getting mixed up. Yes. Durbek, it
Durbek
is
has
your
to
turn.
attack Nora
Yes.
with both of his attacks, or can he?
No, just one melee attack.
Oh, good. I didn't roll it online, but that is a 12.
A 12 miss. Like she notices at the last minute. It's like, what the? And you just go right past her, and she sort of ducks out of the way. I think you get a chance to roll again. Yes, you get another saving throw, but this time, because you're blessed, you can add a d4.
All right, and it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, I will be adding that d4. I think it's probably not going to be enough anyway, but nope, it's only an 8, including the bless.
Okay. So you haven't shaken it off. On your turn, you'll try again. Okay. Sorry. Too many things to manage. It is Akeem's turn.
Yes.
He has been blasted by the ray of the dragon. By the way,
Yeah.
the house behind you is partially collapsing. There's shingles falling on top of everybody and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out of that house. Can I see where the dragon is, or has it gone out of my
It's kind of
vision?
disappeared somewhere behind you. You might be able to get down and have a look.
Yeah, I'd like to do that if that's okay.
So you're gonna get down past here, turn around, and roll a perception check for me.
Perception check. There we go. Yeah, boy. 18 plus. Can I do my d4 for this, or?
Yes.
All right, 19.
Okay, so you see faintly underneath all the smoke the glowing of the radiant energy. You can see that it's turning around on a loop, and it's going to come back swooping down again, probably from this direction.
Is it still within 150 feet of me, based on where I can see?
Yes, it would be.
Awesome. I'm going to cast another acid ball to him.
Very well. Another streak, little beam of green light shoots into the sky and it lights up the entire sky green.
Better.
And all the clouds underneath kind of glow brightly, and you see the dragon like get hit by this. And let's see if it...
Aim for its wings.
That's cocked. Fails this one.
Wonderful.
Roll your damage.
So I've rolled 34. Again, Nora's thingy doesn't add another d4 to this, does it?
Because it's only to saving and perception stuff.
Ability and set, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to
Okay.
attack rolls, I think, as well.
Attack rolls and saving throws. Attack rolls and saving throws.
Ah, okay. If it's an attack roll, then 34 plus 5, that's going to be 39.
39 damage? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
You
why
see,
it
like-
needs resting.
Half of one of its wings is now got like just half of it missing. It's still flapping, but it's kind of banking slightly more to one side, as then it tries to overcompensate from the other side to even out, as it's
I look-
swooping back around to attack.
I look at Caliban to go, huh?
I got murder in my eyes right now.
Yeah, I know.
Caliban, it is your turn.
I presume I have to use my whole movement to dash towards Dervik. Because I'm trying to murder him.
Yep. Well, you get to roll at the end of your turn. You get to roll again, but yes,
Yeah.
you will just get within just about range, just about here.
Okay. I can't reach him though, right?
No.
Okay. At the end of that, I will roll another saving throw. 25.
You shake off the influence of the dragon. You realize what's happened. It makes you really angry that once again some sort of evil, malevolent magic was taking over your soul. But it's the end of your turn. Oreo, it is your turn.
I can't see it, can I?
Not from inside the house. You'd have to step outside and maybe catch it as it's swooping around. You saw Akeem hit it, but it's somewhere above here.
Okay, I'll step outside the house. Trying to sort of...
You can hop there and roll a dexterity. An acrobatics check as you hop down, if you don't want to lose any movement.
Even with disadvantage, that's 23.
Easy. You just leap right over and sort of land kind of between Nora and Dervik, and you can move up to here. And you see the dragon swooping back down from this direction.
I will try and fire at it again with Tabitha. Hang on 1 second. Now that's going to be 25 to hit.
25 hits. Roll your damage.
Yes. So that's 7 plus 11. That's 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay. As once again, ching, you find a sort of a gap between its armor plates, and it goes straight in, and briefly the whole dragon glows brightly with that radiant energy as you clearly hit some internal component that was quite important.
And I go, stay away from the kids, you bitch!
And as it's coming around here, I'm going to...
I don't think we've ever heard that kind of language out of Oreo before.
Yeah.
He's very upset.
I'm feeling this is going to collapse on me. All right, 1 second. I want to make sure it looks cinematic.
There we go. Very good.
Okay. The dragon's swooping back around, and he's going to try and cast his Radiant Breath again, but you're all in a line, so you can get quite a few of you, actually. As it sweeps
Anybody
past.
within 10 feet of me plus 4.
But actually what you see, the corner of your eye, you see a faintly... Where's my mini for this?
I'm hoping for the giant 100-foot tall ape.
Flying past the dome above Velen, you see a faintly blue glowing flying figure flying through the sky. The light it's glowing with, by the way, it all reminds you of Durvik's hammer. It's very similar looking magical energy. And you recognize the figure of Zuxa. And she's going to cast Eldritch Blast at the dragon twice.
What? Zuxa's here?
Where is it? There we go. First roll misses. Second roll hits, causing 10 points of force damage as she flies past above the houses. And you see the dragon change its gaze towards her. And he's going to hit her instead.
Oh no.
Oh no, that sucks. She just came
Dexterity
back.
saving throw on her part. Okay, it hits her, but she dodges partly out of the way, but just bright white light hits her straight. And let's see. And she loses concentration on her fly spell, and you just see her plummet somewhere out of sight.
Oh no.
But the dragon will start flapping its wings and will just take off and fly 90 feet up and away out of sight. It is Nora's turn. She's looking around at you, Durbeck, and tries to move out of the way, but you get an attack of opportunity on her.
With bless.
Do I get to choose the weapon that I use? I know I have to attack her, but I could choose to make an unarmed strike, couldn't I?
It's whatever you had in your hand.
All right.
Doesn't have to be that.
I tried. That is a 15.
15 misses. She's
Good.
quite quick, so she nimbly dodges out of the way. And it is back
Can I
to
tell
being
her
your
I'm
turn,
really
Durbeck.
sorry? Do I have control of my words? Can I tell her I'm sorry? I don't know what's happening.
No, you have this kind of weird energy kind of filling you going, must kill. And it's your turn again. She will actually move her full movement. So you'd have to dash to get her. I'm going to give you a chance actually to, about halfway into your movement, roll your saving throw again.
+4. Plus a D4 if I need it.
Mm-hmm.
God. No, I can't. I can't make it. Even
All right.
even if I rolled an 8 on this D4, I don't think I would make it.
You keep dashing towards her. It is Akeem's turn.
Oh yeah. So how far away is the dragon from me at this point? Can I see it?
It is about 100 feet that way, almost out of view. You see it flying up into the sky and disappearing out of view.
Okay. Damn. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can slow it the hell down. I'm gonna cast slow.
Okay. What's the range on slow?
120 feet.
Okay.
call.
And what saving throw is it?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So this will hopefully buy time for Durbek to
Get his
be
act
able
together.
to- yeah.
Wisdom. 15.
That just passes because it's 15 too. Fuck.
You feel the magic almost take hold, but this is a creature. It's not even a creature. It's made out of metal and magic, and it's able to shake it off, and it just keeps flapping its wings and it's flying away. It is Caliban's turn.
How far away is it?
Durbeck.
No, not Durbik.
Did
The
you-
dragon.
You shook it off? Yeah, you did
Yeah,
shake it off. The dragon's now, yes, it's about 100 feet or so from you.
I am going to stay close to both Akeem and Nora. Just giving them my bonus.
And then Oreo.
And I will throw 2 javelins. Vow of Enmity cancels out the
With disadvantage for the distance?
yeah.
You can throw it 100 feet? Jesus, alright.
Wait, let me double check that. Might not actually be. Yeah, javelin has 120 feet disadvantage range, which is cancelled out by Vow of
Alright.
Enmity.
You see
So
Caliban
first attack-
take like a Olympian, like, you know, like throwing the javelin for the gold like stance and just kind of chuck the spear into the darkness, and it disappears. And there's a moment.
Natural
like a second.
20.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll get the other attack roll out the way as well, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a how do you want to do this.
Oh, by the way, is
Ooh,
Nora's
uh,
D4 thing still going?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
but
shit.
not to me.
Okay.
Not to
that
me.
would have worked earlier on, but
22 for the second one.
Sorry, how much was the first one?
Natural 20 for a total of 27, and 22 for the second one.
22 to hit, you mean?
Yeah.
The second one. And how much damage for the second one?
I didn't roll damage for the second one
Ah, right,
or the first
okay.
one yet. I was just doing my attack rolls first.
Got it.
So the first one, 10 points of piercing damage.
Is that already natural 20 doubled?
Already natural 20, yeah. I rolled a 3
Okay.
times 2 plus 4.
You hit it like... You hear this clang, you feel like you hit it straight on, but it was such a perfect hit, and yet it seems to do less damage than you thought.
Yeah, I figured. And the second one, 5 points of piercing damage.
And another smaller clang, this time definitely didn't cause much damage.
Do I
Oreo,
have
it
its
is-
attention?
Oreo, it is your turn. Don't know,
I
we'll have to
tell-
see.
Can I tell if it's flying away or it's swooping back to come at us?
It seems to be flying away. Roll an intelligence check. Perception check.
16.
It seems to be flying at a vector that implies that he might be flying away.
Oh crap!
I fire Tabitha at him as well.
How did he
Okay,
destroy
well-
the city already?
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. You just about make out a faint like ding as your bolt finds its home.
24 points of piercing damage.
Good lord!
That seems like a lot. Like, do you get sneak attack
Yeah, I've got sneak attack for a minute.
for a minute? Okay. 24,
Insightful
like-
fighting gives me sneak attack
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
minute.
Okay. Cool. 24.
And it angers the dragon so much it turns around to come back.
yes, please.
Okay, and it's the dragon's turn. And you just see it disappear into the night, flying over the lake and swooping around in a wide arc.
I'm not sure I
Oh,
understand.
my,
That's right, Siri.
Which way is it heading?
give me a second.
It's got to be following its flight path.
It's going
right?
to Cair de Naval.
You wait for a second, bracing yourselves, thinking that it's gonna swoop back, but it just keeps flat. Like you just see this faint. It almost becomes like a little bird, a little black dot, as it flies off into the distance towards Cair de Naval.
There's no time to waste. I do a loud whistle for a trailblazer.
Okay, and it comes back. Let
We're
me
gonna have
just
to rehook up the
change-
dogs.
I'll help them rehook up the dogs, but we just, I guess, unless anyone feels different, get on the vehicles and keep moving.
Yep.
Belen drops her spell and like holds up her hand, like holds the kids back and says, "Wait here," and it goes, "Wait, don't leave yet. Where are
What?
you going?
To stop the dragon from destroying Cair de Naval.
You will never make it. There's no way. There's no way you'll catch up in time. It is so to Cair de Naval. It is
Yeah,
from East Haven.
we're better off cutting across the Tourmaline and trying to cut it off there.
I can't destroy a town in 10 seconds. Can it?
On a sled from here, even with the dogs, it is 4.5 hours to Cair de Naval. The speed that is flying, it'll be there within an hour at most.
Fine, let's cut it off, but we'll need fresh dogs. Ours are exhausted.
I have
Is there-
2 sled teams. Me and my kobolds can drive you. Where should we go? Where should we make our attack?
What was the next thing on the list, guys?
Well, I
Cair
think I think it goes Caer Dineval, Caer Koenig, and Tourmaline. I think we're going to have to go cut across to Tourmaline and hope to catch it there.
Yeah, I think so.
How far is Tourmaline?
So Tourmaline, all right, now we get into the map. So if you want to go to Tourmaline from East Haven, you have to cross the tundra,
Yeah.
and there's no road. So that goes back to speed per mile. On a dog sled, it's 10 miles. That'll take you 10 hours.
Shit.
How long would it take the dragon to do its path in the meantime?
Can we find Zuxa? Does she have any magical means of transportation? Let's see if we can find her and see if she can do something to get us there faster.
Where the hell does she come from?
You can try to look for her.
Yeah, let's see if we can find her.
I'll see if, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
mean,
With
I'm
Is that for
disadvantage.
everyone who's checking?
Do I still have to attack Nora, or do I get to stop now?
No. As the let's call it as the dragon flies away. The influence eventually stops coming over you.
All right.
You're kind of regrouping and kind of trying to figure out what to do. But there's flame everywhere. There's like a complete din. You can all look for Zuxa together, but it's going to be extremely hard. And you can roll a group investigation check.
26.
I got
Okay.
10.
Okay.
I
Dervick,
can't even find my feet.
Caliban,
What?
roll. It's a group check. You're all kind of calling and trying to look for her.
Investigation.
Yeah.
9.
I'm sorry, guys. There's just too many. You see kids running through, and you're kind of looking for their parents. There's just an old woman trying to get out from her house, but she's pinned to a rock, and you kind of help her out. You just can't find Zuxa. It's just too crazy at the moment, so you can't see her.
Velen. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Velen, how long was the dragon here?
About 8 hours it took. It would just strafe the town and blast us with its ray and destroy everything. I saved the kids, but I don't think their parents are alive.
So if it flies to Caer Dineval in an hour, and Caer Dineval is quarter of the size, 2 hours to destroy Caer Dineval, an hour to fly to Caer Koenig, that's 4 hours. 2 hours to destroy Caer Koenig, 6. Then 2 hours to fly to Tourmaline. We would just make it to Tourmaline in time.
Let's go then.
Yep.
Let me see. Wait, I have a map for this.
We need to
It's
stop
on the wrong
dragon.
computer.
I agree with Caliban. We need to stop the dragon.
More importantly, we need to give those Dweger we can't give the Dweger an opportunity to fix it, no matter what we did. I don't trust them.
I agree.
And I don't think that Myconid is gonna be able to infect them all in time.
All right, so 10. Okay. Okay.
Maybe I'm overly optimistic, but we destroyed the crown and the gauntlet, and I got the feeling that Zardarok was the only one who knew how to work on the dragon, so...
Yeah, but we
Is
Is
that
that
don't
a
go
gamble
back
you're
there.
prepared to take?
I will get my kobolds to bring back around my 2 sleds. Tourmaline, is that where we're going?
Yes.
To cut off the dragon, we have to do this.
Did Balthazar survive?
Balthazar?
Salazar.
Salazar, sorry. Did Salazar survive?
I'm sorry, but I do not know. I was concerned with my safety. I saved those that I could, but the spell only protects a small group.
That's fine.
That's all you could do.
I can't fight this thing in my current state. Do you have anything that would allow me to sleep peacefully on the journey? Nightshade, or anything like that. Not a lethal dose, obviously.
Well, as you can see, my alchemy supplies are currently burning. But
Fine.
let's see.
I'll just have to try my best to sleep.
So I'm just checking her spells. No, she doesn't have anything that can help you, I'm afraid.
Do you know if there is anyone who would?
Finding them might be very difficult. There's a local cleric, perhaps, but as you can see, about 80% of the town is destroyed.
I'll turn
Just
to
have to take
everyone.
the risk, Caliban.
We'll have to take the risk, fine.
Very well. And the two sledges just kind of zipping around the corner with like a team of fresh dogs, and on top of them there's like her team of little kobolds, 3 apiece on each side, just kind of going Wah! Like come skidding to a stop right next to you and says, off we go.
Does anyone have a short bow? I think Oreo and I both need longer ranged weapons.
I'll spend some time picking up my javelins. You want a few of these, Durbeck? I can spare maybe 3.
All right.
Cool,
Can I
I'm taking
find
3 javelins.
is there a short bow anywhere I can find or see?
Roll an investigation check.
No, I couldn't see anything. Even with my +9 investigation, I rolled a natural 1. I'm like, no, right, fine, let's go.
You sift through the bodies of a few of the town guard, but their weapons seem to have been destroyed by the blast or by the falling rubble. So you spend a few minutes looking, but you just can't find anything.
Right.
Oh, all right. So you guys set off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give Trailblazer to Akeem, same setup as before, and I will try again to sleep.
I think Akeem
Okay.
should sleep again.
And she's sending drivers with us too this time? Is that what she said?
So she's driving one of the sleds. Actually, no, she'll be bundled up and with you guys. So the kobolds are driving the sleds.
Okay, good. So we can get a short
Oh.
rest, or possibly a
I was
long
gonna
rest.
say, yeah, like if I can get a long rest, I'll take it. But if not, I think if what's his name, Caliban hasn't had a chance to rest up properly, let's give him the priority, because I've got a little bit of a fight in me, but I would like to regain my 3rd level spells, which I'm out of right now.
Nora will stay awake and use her sort of powers to keep you guys as warm as possible. But I guess there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of you, 3 apiece. So she can only do it for 2 people.
Choose Akeem and Caliban.
Okay. And you set off into the tundra,
Do we need to roll a
racing
Constitution
once
save?
more. Yes, you get one chance to see if you can rest peacefully enough to get the effects of a long rest.
No bonus,
For-
because I'm asleep too.
Yep.
For the ones
Let's-
with Nora, the difficulty is slightly easier.
Did the bless still hold?
No, that only lasts for a minute, I think, or
Okay,
an
yeah.
hour. Not long enough.
If it's okay if I could be with Nora.
Yeah, no, you've been Nora.
And we're rolling a d20.
Yep, and adding your Constitution save modifier, which
16.
I think for you is +4 or something like that.
4. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, God,
16,
that's
Durbeck?
worse.
16.
9
Five.
plus 4, 13.
13. Okay, Caliban.
Modified 20.
Okay. Caliban, exhausted from the basically non-stop 2 days, you're able to fall asleep and get a long rest. But nobody else manages to rest long enough. It's too bumpy, you keep waking up, but you do get the benefit of 2 short rests if you want to take them.
Yep, I will. Ah, wonderful. Don't worry, folks. That definitely does help. That resets my sorcery points.
Just double check. Okay. As you're making the trip across the tundra, you see faintly in the distance, over the kind of valleys and mountains off to the side, just a beam of light occasionally just kind of like a laser through the night, lighting up slightly in the distance. from one location, then a few hours later another location, and then nothing for hours. And you reach the edges of Tourmaline at the end of the day, back, because you were there, yeah, so it would be sort of mid-afternoon. And as you come to sort of within view of the city and the edge of the lake, you already see smoke and fire from about a distance of half a mile.
Straight to it. Let's go.
Okay. You reach the edges of... one second. The east side of Tourmaline. In the distance you can see the forest, and on the left you can see the lake opening up with sort of the flat, kind of calm atmosphere. But, actually, hold on. I have one thing that has to happen. No, not yet, actually. Sorry. Never mind. Okay. You arrived 23 and a half. So that means... Okay. As you arrive at the edges of town, you see that about 40% of it is already being destroyed. What would you like to do?
Find the dragon. Where's the dragon?
Yeah, where's the traces of it?
Okay. Everyone roll a perception check.
It's gotta be in here somewhere.
No. 11.
9.
Hang on. Sorry, perception. 23.
Okay. I'm just going to change things.
Uh-oh. That looks like you're moving a big thing.
You hear the din, like, of just stone being smashed to smithereens somewhere in the middle of town. You head there to the noise?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
And as you turn through a street, round a main corner towards the sound of the noise. But by the way, as you go through, you see pretty much no one in town, in this town. Aside from the town militia, but they're all pretty much all dead. You don't come across any that look alive. Some of them might be alive, but if you don't stop, you don't have time to check. They don't seem to be that many residents at all. It seems to have been deserted. But you turn a corner swiftly, and you see, standing next to a building, smashing it to smithereens, the dragon.
How far away am I from it?
You guys are currently, let's call it about 80 to 100 feet. And Velen's with you as well. Where is she? There. All right. So you come around the corner, you see it. What would you like to do? You have a split second to make any decisions.
I would like to hush everyone and let's try and quickly and quietly make our way closer before we attack it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, try and get up to the corner of the building there. Keep the building between us and its head. Move quickly but stealthily up towards the corner of the building.
Okay, give me a second.
And we should probably split and go in 2 different groups so that it doesn't get us all in one thing.
Yeah,
Agreed.
and spread out a little bit.
Okay, Nora's gonna cast Bless now that you're all close. So you'll each have a D4 in your stealth check.
Great.
Okay? How do you want to split up the team? Where do you want to send Velen? Where do you want to send Nora? And how are you splitting up?
Caliban, do you want to break left or right?
I'll go right.
Okay, then I'll go around the back of the left. You guys just split up however you want.
I can go with Oreo.
I'm going to go straight ahead so I can block the straight ahead to the corner of that thing so I can get into it. Because I do something crazy.
In that case, I'm gonna go
inside.
No, I'm going to try and climb up to the top of the thing. So I'm going to try in a second.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna go with Caliban. So I'm gonna go towards the right hand side.
Okay.
And Nora goes with Caliban, and Velen goes with Dervik.
Yeah, good, because I haven't attacked Velen yet.
Okay, guys. So, everybody roll a stealth check with your D4.
Oh no. Natural 1.
15.
Nora gets... had 17, but she has disadvantage because of her armor. She gets the natural 1 as well. How much should you get, Akeem?
15 in total.
Including the D4?
Yeah.
Okay, 15. Oreo?
26.
Okay. And Dervik?
On my very last roll with D&D Beyond Dice, I got an 8.
8. Okay, so Oreo is very well hidden. Oh, Velen. Velen's very well hidden as well, but we'll see. Okay, so that actually, that's an 8, right?
Yes.
8 plus 15.
But remember,
You might be okay. She did pretty well.
Okay.
So you guys are behind from this direction, yeah?
Yes.
And you guys were trying to kind of sneak through here. Okay.
Am I within 60 feet of the dragon?
Yes, now.
Yes.
Okay. I look at the others, I give a small nod, and I will cast Command on the dragon.
Well, hold on. Like, before you do any attack things, that's when I roll for initiative. You guys are running by, sneaking past, and trying to surprise it. So based on your stealth check, we'll see what happens. But let's re-roll initiative. Let's see. I need to...
Natural 20.
this.
Come on. Oh, mother... 5.
Dirty 20.
22.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to rolling with normal dice.
Nora is 13. Sorry, I think I missed Akeem's one.
It was miserable 5.
5. And Caliban?
Natural 20 for 22.
22, very well. And just for simplicity, I'm going to make Velen go at the same time as Nora, just so I have one initiative for my NPCs. Alright, so... You had a natural 1 on your stealth check, Caliban, right?
Yep.
By the way, were you sneaking all in single file?
Yeah.
I'm assuming for maximum stealth. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah?
Yep, that's good for you for the dragon. Okay, so it is Caliban's turn first. He won the initiative, so I'm gonna move the camera closer whilst you tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
Dre, I'm not even on that side of the house, but there's
If
no
I do
way that those
command,
characters...
it might succeed.
I'm not on that side of the house, but there's no way those characters would stand in a line like that, having just seen that ray weapon come out of that dragon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Do I try to command it? There's a chance it might succeed.
Try it.
Because I got another thing planned that might actually be better. If I can command it whilst it's in the air.
Try command later. Go attack it now if you can, or do something else.
Yeah,
first.
actually.
And I'll give you a chance to zigzag any out of the way, so that you're not in a straight line, whichever way
Okay,
you want
I'm
to
gonna run around the house to get closer to it.
This way.
Yep. Bonus action, Misty Step onto its back.
Nice.
Okay.
I can
Very
teleport
good.
30 feet.
You
You
see,
gonna try
just
and
kind
ride
of.
it, Caliban?
You guys see Caliban just sprint forward, and then it sort of disappears. And as he disappears, you see a faint sort of shadow of two faces rotating, glowing slightly yellow, and he's just gone. And suddenly you hear like a cling as he lands on top of the dragon.
And I'm gonna try slam the war pick right into the groove to like anchor myself to this thing's back.
Roll to hit.
That's cocked. Oh, no, that misses. Second attack. 25.
25 to hit. Hits. Roll your damage.
Oh wait, no, sorry, D8, not D6. 8 points of piercing damage, which hopped to 4. Am I anchored?
Ooh, we'll have to see.
It is a war pick. It's literally a pickaxe.
Yeah, but its armor is really, really tough. Like, you know, we'll have to see. I might give you a bonus to your saving throw if you get shaken off.
Okay.
Don't worry, Caliban. I'm going to kill it now, so it's okay.
Oreo, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my move action to do. Basically, I was going to do exactly what Caliban did, but I'm going to do it acrobatically. So I'm going to parkour up the building and leap on top of its head.
Okay.
You can do that?
Roll
Acrobatics?
check.
Oh no.
23 with the acrobatics check.
Oh, mate.
Love it.
Very good, because the DC was
Great.
to leap across the distance. Shingles like slipping underneath your feet, but you somehow just use like your sort of feline-like reflexes, so it doesn't matter that the house is crumbling underneath you. And you pretty much are about to land onto the dragon's head. Would you like to fire before you land, or land and fire?
Oh no, I'm stabbing. I'm going full on cookery in hand, going straight into its head.
All right, there we go, balanced.
16 plus some 20, 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
23, yeah, 23 to hit.
And you have sneak attack because Caliban's also on the dragon.
Exactly. So that's 5 plus that's 9. 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay, okay. And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Oh, I forgot to change the way the map looked for our viewers. They were looking at a tiny little version of it.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
There we go. I've added myself. Okay.
Ooh.
Cool. It is Durbek's turn.
Rage. Charge.
Very well.
Smash.
Kill
That's
it.
the Hulk, isn't it?
So two-handed swings. Recklessly attack on the first one.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 27.
That definitely hits.
For 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait, plus D6.
Mm-hmm. Of radiant.
So 17 points of damage. Second strike.
17 total.
Yeah. Second strike is a miss.
Okay. As the first one, like you hit the hammer right on the joint above its right leg, and you hear like buckling, and it starts to make much more of a noise when it tries to reach forward to claw you. So you feel like you've damaged its leg. It is the dragon's turn. How much damage did it sustain? Caliban, you remember how much damage you did?
I did 8.
Okay, and Oreo did
19.
and Durbek did 17, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The dragons are gonna go and try to take off. I need you both, Oreo and Caliban. Well, first of all, decide if you want to leap off. As it
I
tries
will
to fly
not.
away.
I will not
Oreo?
as well.
Okay. Ah. I'll balance you both here. All right. In which case, I need you both to roll dexterity saving throws. I will say... Okay, let me think. You're in the middle. All right, I've set the DC in my head.
All right.
17 plus 7, 24.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
18.
Oreo, you sort of fall as flat as you can, sort of with cat-like reflexes, and make yourself kind of balanced as much as possible. You're able to kind of hold on as the dragon starts to lift up. Caliban?
18.
Your pick is enough rippled between the two plates that you're holding on, and you're able to kind of hold on as the dragon starts to lift up. The dragon's going to... Oh, shit. It's going to try its radiant breath again. I think it's going to be Durbin. So roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Durbik.
I get advantage on dex against effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. So I get advantage?
Yeah.
Correct, but I think... Yeah, you do. Fine. 8.
Oh, come on. I promised I wasn't going to roll D&D dice anymore.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Durbik.
I already did it. That's only a 13.
That fails. You take 18 points of radiant damage as it hits you square in the chest, and the sort of the heat and flaming kind of power of it. It's like basically feels like a sunburn, but times a million.
Good.
Staves
off some frostbite. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
And it's gonna keep rising, and rising and rising. You guys are 90 feet into the air, straight up. It is Nora's turn. What is she going to do?
Sacred Flame, the bad boy.
Yeah, I think that's what she'll have to do. Oh, it's too far. 60 feet range.
Has she given us bless, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got bless.
Wonderful.
She's actually gonna hold an action to heal anyone that falls off the dragon if someone falls off.
They might fall
She's
off.
terrified about what's happening. Akeem, it is your turn. You are seeing your friends lift up into the night sky on top of the dragon.
Okay.
Go on, Akeem, do it.
I want to do it, but it's going to hurt him.
Do it.
It's going to hit him. All right.
Just don't do acid or thunder and I'll live.
Well,
Sorry,
that's what I
don't
was
do
gonna
acid or fire and I'll live.
Acid or fire?
If you don't do acid or fire, I will live no matter how far I drop.
Thunder. Thunder it is. So I'm going to use... I've used 5 of my sorcery points to regain a 3rd level spell. And I'm going to use the last remaining sorcery point to transmute that spell into Thunderball. I love saying Thunderball. And I cast that dragon. Well, I tried to get as close as I can first to where Durbik is, but to the right of hand side of him. Around there, yeah. There. Not too close that the dragon can get us in one go, but...
And as you draw deep into your reserves, the very kind of well of your magical powers, once again the flames sort of spread from your heart, and you use your power to change them, and it feels more like a vibration, and you sling your beam, and this time you guys know Akeem's done some magic, but you can't see the usual explosion. You just feel it. You see a ripple in the air, like shimmering waves above a mirage. It is vibration born real. An entire sphere of it just kind of detonating right on top of the dragon. And it fails. Roll your damage. But both Oreo and both Oreo and Caliban also have to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I think I found a glitch. The dice was still rolling online. So that's 22 plus whatever I'm gonna add to my D4. So that is 25.
Okay.
I did 22 on my dex saving throw.
Yeah,
22. Okay, so cool. And you can uncanny dodge that, right?
And I can dodge it as well, yeah.
Caliban?
Sorry, what saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, against the Thunderbolt.
Oh right, Dex. No, 8.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah, you failed. You take the full damage.
Okay, how
Oh
much?
shit, 25. I'm so sorry. So
Heal 5 every turn, no matter what, for another 16 hours.
Okay.
Velen will... where is it? Actually, she doesn't want to risk not hitting it, so she will cast magic missiles. She takes out a short staff and sort of waves her hands in the air and points it forward, and you see out of it just little glowing skulls just go and fly through the air and just find their way automatically to the dragon like they're guided missiles. And that'll be... How many darts is it? 3 darts, 1d4 each. So that's 4 plus... So that's 5. 7 plus 5. 17 points of damage. To the dragon. And it is Caliban's turn.
Okay, I just need to... Let me just check the wording on something real quick. Sorry. Alright. Okay, I look at Oreo and I just say, I'm so sorry. And I will cast Command on this dragon. Out of the game, this is not considered a charm effect. It's just a command. So,
Okay, let me have a look.
any immunity to charm would not apply to this situation.
Feel like we're gonna do damage to each other more
Okay,
than we're gonna
very well.
hit the dragon.
Wisdom saving throw. DC
Okay.
15.
What's the command?
Freeze.
Oh.
Hahaha. Sorry. 19. What's your DC?
15.
Nice try, though.
Good effort. Doesn't work. Oreo, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to use my whip. I've got to pull out my whip and secure myself to a piece of the dragon.
Okay, that'll...
My bonus action, move action. I'll DM's discretion in this one.
It would normally be an action to do something like that. What was going to be your whole turn?
I was going to do that and then try and stab it, but I'm
Okay.
quite happy just to secure myself to it if that's.
Roll a sleight of hand check with disadvantage to see if you can do it deftly enough with one hand to basically then attack with the other.
So disadvantage, sleight of hand, that would be 16.
Wow.
Just make it. You're...
He's a rogue based.
Yeah. You whip, like, your rope around and kind of secure it tightly with just one hand, pulling a knot like a sailor's knot, all with one hand, with your fingers kind of almost casting a spell in the way they're moving. Like it looks like the same as a wizard casting a spell. And just suddenly there's a knot around one of the like spiky parts of the armor. Roll your attack.
Okay, come on, baby. Oh, yes! Natural 20.
You are on fire today, sir.
Woo! So that makes it 27.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I also heal 5 HP at the start of my turn. Sorry.
Okay.
And that's 8. $16 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Very well. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Durbik, it is your turn.
Well, I am thanking my friend Caliban for these javelins because it is just within javelin range still, I believe. I'm at disadvantage.
Yes. But you get a d4 because of Bless.
Oh, on an attack roll, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The first one with... Oh, I'm roll... I don't know why I was not supposed to be doing that. That is a 19.
19 hits. As javelin flies through the air and hits it right on the underside of the neck between two
7
plates.
points of damage.
7 points of damage? Okay.
And the second one is a... it's a 17.
17 just hits.
For 7 points of damage.
Okay. Oof. Starting to fly a bit rickety.
Good.
But... Let's see.
Did you give me 3 javelins, Caliban? Is that what you said?
3, yeah.
You see out of the house in front of you 3 villagers come out looking slightly deranged with hand axes in their hands. They're running towards you.
Oh no!
It is the dragon's turn. The dragon's not happy. It's gonna try and swat at Caliban and Oreo on top of it with its claws. And once with its tail, like pincering it back on top like a scorpion trying to sting. So, first 2 claw attacks, one against Oreo, one against Caliban. 28 to hit.
Oreo,
Caliban?
yes, that hits for sure.
Oh, Oreo. That is 13 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Take it.
And Caliban, 15 to hit.
Miss.
So and it hits you, but it just clangs against your plate armor that you're very glad you put back on.
This
it
was
just
worth the
rings you
money.
like a bell. But then, in its anger, looking at you over its corner of its eye, it darts its tail around and tries to pincer you and skewer you through it like the queen in Aliens.
Oh god.
Only 9, so plus 11, 20 to hit.
Miss.
Oh.
Glances off your armor.
Does it hit itself?
No. But it rises another 60 feet and starts to fly away towards Lonelywood.
Okay.
So just bear that in mind. I'm going to keep it there for visuals, but it's fucking off in that direction. It is Nora's turn, and she doesn't know what to do, except she sees them coming towards the key, and she's going to come this way and Sacred Flame one of them.
Lonelywood is close. Let's just jump on the sleds and hope that you guys manage to hold on the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
Do I try command it again on my turn?
Causing 14 points of damage, and one of them just kind of falls over to the ground with a flaming scorch in its clothes. And that's Nora's turn. Velen, which I didn't do in time last time, she will once again do magic missiles if she's in range. Is she in range for magic missiles? I can never remember.
150 feet. You said the dragon's taken up another 60 feet, so that's 150 feet it is away now.
Doesn't have the range area 120 feet. No, it's beyond its range. Okay, in which case she will cast Hold Person on one of the commoners running towards you. And he fails, so this one stops dead in its tracks, because this one's still running forward. And it is... bear with me. Akeem's turn.
Damn Skippy it is. So, it's directly above me at this point, right?
The dragon, no, it's flying off that way. It's kind of 60 feet away. I can't move it without it getting off the table, so...
Okay, I'm gonna turn around to the folks who are targeting us.
Yep.
And they are gonna get a good helping... You know what, I'm just gonna put a flaming sphere right in between the two of them.
Okay. Dexterity saving throws, one of them fails automatically. How much damage?
Flaming sphere at level 2. That is a 10 plus. Do I still get my D6? Thanks to Nora.
It's D4, but I'll explain
D4,
later.
sure.
Not in this case.
Okay, I thought that was gone. I figured as much. But 10.
10 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Bye bye. You're welcome.
Okay. And it is Caliban's turn. You're now starting to fly over the lake towards...
I will try it again. Command.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom... 15.
15 just succeeds. That 15 is my DC. God damn it!
Resistance against magical effects is great. Okay, it is Orio's turn.
I'm stabby in the heady with the dagger with Bessie.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And that's what was that? Sorry. Oh, okay. That is a 20 plus 7. 23. 17 plus. Yeah. No, 24. Sorry, to hit.
24 definitely hits.
5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. That's sorry, brain. 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It's looking pretty hurt. It's starting to kind of shake as it's trying to fly away. It's kind of like turbulence on an airplane. It's kind of going up and down slightly and not keeping steady. Anything else for your turn?
I'm just holding on, and I go. Let's just kill it, even if we die, Caliban. The death will be valiant and worth it.
That's what I was trying to do by make it drop, but I may just switch tactic because this clearly isn't working.
Just
Durbik, it is your turn.
I am yelling for the sleds, running for the sleds, and trying to get everyone mounted up to chase after the dragon.
Okay.
We've got to get to Lonelywood. This is our last chance to stop it based on the map. There's no way we'll catch up with it after this.
So do the dragon's turn.
Cobalt drivers, can they come towards us and we can just jump on the sleds and be off quickly?
On their turn, they'll do that. I'll have to roll their initiative. Okay, cool. The dragon's pissed off, and it's going to try and rip you guys off. It's going to make a strength. It's going to reach out with its hand and grab you, making a contested strength check against first Caliban. That is 18 against Caliban.
25.
Okay. 1 against Oreo? Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Is there any way I can dodge this? Rather than...
I will let you use acrobatics instead of athletics.
Okay.
And if that succeeds, you have dodged it.
That's an 18.
I rolled... Sorry, brain freezing. 23. The dragon grabs you, rips you off, and throws you into the night. And you start plummeting. 1 second, full damage.
Oh no.
This doth not bode well.
9d6.
Oh.
Oh, 9d6. Okay.
Oh. Okay, I thought you said 96.
I did too.
Well, 9d6 might as well be 96.
That is
Please, they all be ones.
10,
They're all ones,
15, 16.
But you know,
17,
cats,
20.
you hear stories when they fall from certain heights, they can kind of fan out and they are less
Exactly.
Stop there. Stop
26 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down into the snow.
there.
Are you conscious?
Yes.
Just about.
I have 7 hit points left.
Fuck.
Did he fall in the lake or on the shore?
Yeah, where did I fall?
Just on the edges of the docks, basically. Like, not quite onto... It wasn't quite onto the water yet. However, I get 3 attacks. Yeah, it's gonna make 1 more attack against
Alright.
Caliban with its tail. And that is 29 to hit.
29 hits.
2d10. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail tries to swat you off.
Okay.
And it's gonna keep flying away, so now it's like way off.
At this
You're
point, would it be just me and him in initiative?
Well, no, yet. Well, they get to have another turn of initiative, like
Okay.
in terms of what they decide to do. But you and him have disappeared off into the night over the lake. They can barely see you.
Okay.
It's Nora's turn. She turns around and looks at you guys and says, "What do we do?
Get on the sled! Get on the sled! Get on the sled!
You'll get on the sleds."
Yeah, I mean it's got to be. It's like an hour to get to Lonelywood, right? I mean it's really close.
Hold on. From Tourmaline, the dragon's gonna take 30 minutes. You guys are going to take... Sorry. You guys get 1 hour.
We don't have any choice, guys. I can't think of anything else we can do. We can't just sit here.
No. Go.
No.
And
Get on the
I'm
sleds.
ready yet to go.
And you
Yeah,
fly off.
sleds.
Nora does another prayer of healing if she has the slots for it. Let me see. Whilst you guys are flying through the night. Prayer of healing. Yep. And you guys, whoever lost points, regains 16 points.
Nice.
Back in the game.
Sorry, go on. As you're flying past me, Arya gets up and is like, "Oh, thank God I'm a cat," and leaps on the sleds as it runs past.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But give me a second, because now Caliban and the creature have to have a round of seeing what happens.
Okay.
So, Caliban, you get your turn first, I believe.
Yeah.
Attack it.
Bonus action, Vow of Enmity, giving me advantage on it for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so the 18 was a higher one.
Do I have to do something?
18 to hit.
Oh, to hit. 18 hits.
Okay.
You find a
Must be-
gap through the plates, and you kind of try to stab your pick as deep as you can.
11 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
11. Hoo, 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 hoo. It's starting to sputter real bad.
Another 18.
18 hits.
10 total. Before
How do
having
you-
halved it.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Wonderful.
Dragon's trying to fly through the air, staggering a little bit, getting hit, trying to get you off its back.
I climb up to its head, and I look it in the eye and I say, I don't know if you have a soul in there, but if you do, then may the 9 hells crack with the weight of its failure. And I jump up in the air, plant the war pick in its head, and drag it to the earth.
Wow.
As you do that, like the armor, like that's part of its head splits open, and you see it trying to cast to sort of project its radiant breath. And instead of flying true, it just kind of seeps out of all the sides of its head, like light coming out of a imperfect covering. And it goes in all directions, but you just manage to avoid it. It reaches out and tries to grab you. Roll an athletics check.
No.
Modified 20?
Nice.
It tries to grab you, but you slip through its fingers. It's on its dying throes, but it's plummeting into the lake.
Is
You have a split
ice
second to
part
decide if you
or
want to do
water
anything.
Part? Ice part or water part?
You don't know at this point. It looks like it might be ice, but it's all flying and falling. Just kind of spiraling. It's starting to spiral
Like
and going
Drogon.
slightly
I'm gonna
forward, but
jump
mostly downwards.
clear. I'm gonna jump clear.
Roll a dexterity saving throw as you jump out. Try to avoid it.
No. Oh, actually, because of my bonus, 19.
19. Okay, we'll have to see what happens. You guys don't see that. You just see that a bright light in the sky just goes over the lake as you're sort of going past on the road next to the lake. And you seem to see a dark shape falling, but you're not sure. Caliban, you're plummeting maybe about 10 meters away from the dragon, falling. The dragon's light has gone out. It hits the ice first and goes straight through it. And a split second later, you hit the ice. And
This is gonna suck.
Yeah, that's gonna break. Alright. You fall through the ice, and it is the coldest thing you have ever felt in your life. Does your troll heart give you cold resistance?
It doesn't, I don't think.
Okay, you start to sink, like straight down. It's the darkness envelops you. You're in complete
Can I try
darkness.
latch myself with the ice? How much damage do I take, by the way?
As you fall through the ice, actually, it's going to be reduced. I'm going to say.
See, I was really hoping there was going to be a cool moment where I land on solid ground, splat, but because of the troll heart, I just kind of like.
I rolled really high. You take 18.
Well, how thick is this ice? It's supposed to be eternal winter. Would I crack through
Well,
it?
I halved the numbers, but
No, the damage is not the issue. It's cracking
22.
through the ice.
24 points of bludgeoning damage.
I think it's because you're falling next to the 50-ton dragon.
Metal dragon.
But I jumped off it straight away. Would I not have had an opportunity to break away from the dragon?
No, that was the dexterity saving throw.
And I rolled like an 18 for.
Right.
Oh, 19.
So that means that you didn't plummet and get basically brought underneath the lake with the dragon in such a way that it might be difficult for you to even emerge.
But I
But
struck
it wasn't
it
high enough
when I
to
struck
get
the
so.
ice.
Yeah,
Okay.
the ice is not thick. Like even just you walking over it could break it. You falling
Fine.
at high velocity into it, no, it would break.
Fine. I'm at 1 hit point. When does my regeneration kick in?
I will say it kicks in. Like you can regain whatever hit points
Five?
lets you regain.
Every 6 seconds, I gain 5 hit points.
Right. So you're sinking. You're sinking to a depth of 40 feet.
Do I have time to?
No, because you hit straight through the ice like if you basically fire a bullet. So you're falling down to the bottom. You're in your full plate armor, and it is super cold. And you have a number of minutes equal to your constitution before you suffer any ill effects from the frigid water.
Constitution plus 1, right?
No, number of minutes equal to your constitution before you suffer the problem of being cold, not the fact that you can't breathe. That's separate.
Sorry, my mistake.
So what do you do?
Okay, I can't. My mouth is sealed shut. Give me a second.
Guys, I'm gonna go to Oreo, but also you guys can roll a perception check to see if you notice the dragon falling down.
I was just going to say, do I see that? Yeah, that was my hand raised. 19 plus 9, 28.
16.
17.
Okay, Oreo, you're definitely sure you saw both Caliban and the dragon plummet. Whereas Durbik and Akeem, you definitely saw the shape of the dragon fall into the ice.
Have I fallen?
What would you like to do?
Oh, sorry.
I go, Caliban's in the ice. We must rescue him. He's not dead. He's going to be dying.
I run again in the direction.
You guys are on the
Oreo...
sleds on the side of the road, so the kobolds go, turn about. I'm sorry, I can't do that kobold voice without coughing. Turn about! And they turn the sleds, and they go straight onto the ice, flying through in the direction that you guys saw the dragon plummet. It's about, it'll take you like a minute to get there, maybe.
Can I cast Burning Hands onto the ice to warm up so that it's not as freezing cold?
When you reach there, it'll take a minute, but when you reach there, you can do it.
Yeah.
Caliban?
Have I already sunk to the bottom?
And you do it in one turn, so you're about halfway through. You have one action, and then you'll sink to the bottom on the next one.
How far am I from the surface?
1 second. From the surface, you're about it'll be 20 feet away from the surface.
Misty step 30 feet onto surface.
Oh, nice!
You get another one.
I have 2 second level spell slots, and Misty Step is only visual components, so I will Misty Step out onto the.
Okay. You guys see just a faint glow of whoop, and onto the surface of the ice you see a bright blip, and then a dark shape. And as you approach, you see the body of Caliban lying on the surface of the ice. Caliban, you're completely freezing cold, and you're wet, and you have your armor on, so you only have a few minutes before you start to freeze to death.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to warm him up. So I can warm up 1 cubic foot. So I focus that onto his chest area.
Whilst this is happening...
Nora will join in as well, then.
Whilst this is happening, you guys watch as my arm, which has a couple new joints, and a section of my skull is missing. It's like Wolverine in that in the Wolverine after the Hiroshima thing, except it's more broken. All these bruises, they just all start to fade and as everything starts snapping back into place, skin reknits itself, and within 2 minutes I am back at full health. Oh man, that troll heart is some good shit.
Nice.
Hey!
Nice.
Well done, guys.
Nice.
You guys saw that, right?
Well,
I
saw a
high-fived
victim.
him.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh man, that was epic.
That
Wow.
was amazing.
Bravo,
was
Caliban.
Well
Bravo.
done, guys. Crazy.
Down a
And
friggin'
you all gain
dragon.
1 level for having successfully stopped the dragon.
I gained 2 levels for an a moment.
No, but you have a die of inspiration.
Level up.
And I'll stop the music, but
Level up.
thank you everyone that's been watching, all the new viewers. If you've been watching, hopefully you enjoyed this crazy episode. But we might have set the expectation too high. Now I'll have to like exceed it every time.
Like a relentless avenger.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week as we try to figure out what the guys will do in the aftermath of the dragon having all but destroyed 4 towns out of the 10 towns. Wait, 5 actually, I think.
5.
But we'll
5.
yeah.
6?
No, he didn't completely destroy Tourmaline. We stopped that.
Okay.
But see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.